There's really only a couple of questions for me on the Sampi side for them to be able to kind of win this map. I think that we're going to have to see big impact from the likes of Zedco. And I think that Mangus is a guy that I talked up a little bit in the pre-show. I think got to watch out for him as well.
Also, a big factor coming in here for Sampi is definitely going to be the Alive. Do not sleep on that man. He can pull off big time for his team when he needs to. But speaking of pulling up big for his team right now, Zedco needs to show us that, but it's going to be Savannah with a duel. He's finding the first two, looking for the third even. That's going to be a good start out here for Sampi. CT side going great. 1 HP on both the Alive and Zedco right now. They are living on the edge, as it is going to be Savannah finally going down. Gravity managing to trade him out, but it is going to be now a half HP show here for Gravity and Maka to try to find this 2v4.
They'll give it their best attempt at it. Unfortunately, they haven't exactly got the most space to work with. They are working from a deficit in more ways than one for that one. But it looks like towards the A site will they head. Gravity will walk in towards Hut. Maka towards door. Even then, great stuff from Sampi. Just not giving them anything to work with. Not facing, not overswinging. Just trying to play this passively, and there's the Alive to cut it down to just the 1v4. Even with a bunch of low HP bars, it's not going to matter. 4 HP between 3 players, though, is a sight to behold.
Yeah, when was the last time you got to see 2 players down on 1 HP at the same time, let alone almost 3? Right, so... Yeah. There you have it. 1-0 though. Sampi pick away their pistol round here onto the CT side of Nuke, and that is definitely going to be bringing about a little smile to their faces, because you start things off well, you hopefully end off things well as well. So, 3D Max now, they go in for the force buy. Hero AK onto Maka, and then Tech 9s for everybody else. And this is definitely interesting, especially seeing as Gravity is only on a Tech 9, no armor, no nothing.
Leading the charge. Maka there can't do it. And there's Mangus again. Grabbing one, dropping back. But with Savannah going down in J-Hall, that's the problem. Mangus is going to have to continue to show presence, and maybe not show presence, rather than walk back in to what will be a flank. Fino's good for the double. And again, this is getting very scary for Sampi.
And the moment you say that, they bring it back. Right, they managed to trade it on out 2v2. Lucky searching for that SMG from the ground, picks up the MP9. Zetko's still outside. Looks like Sampi. They are still headed on over to the A site, while 3D Max, they're ready to plant away the bomb on the second letter of the alphabet.
I do like that Sampi are searching here, but they're really split up. Only going to get that information locked in now that the bomb is on B. On the Alive, being loud and proud about this as well. Not even shy. Like he's going to get up in his face, and this is a little bit weird for me. Why take these fights individually if you're Sampi? Now, Zedko's got a 1v2. He's not got a kit either. They'll tap the bomb. They'll swing together. Almost there for Zedco, but some really mismanaged moments from the Sampi squad overall that gives 3D Max the chance to win that round. A little bit confused at why they wouldn't group up.
Yeah, it was a weird retake coming out here for Sampi. I think the Alive just was banking on the fact there wasn't a double setup in towards double doors. There was only a single person, and even then, Lucky took him down before he even saw the second player. So, doesn't really make a difference, right? But, yeah, I don't know. The Alive didn't play that one amazingly. But down to the 1v2 there from Zedco. Actually, there was a dink on down towards Exercise because he had armor, he stayed alive and won the round. But if he didn't, that could have been a round out here for Sampi either way. Now, though, we go into round number 3. And it is going to be a force buy, of course, coming out of Sampi. They have to try to match up and try to get the momentum back on their corner of the side. But 3D Max, they've got rifles to play with and a MAC-10 as well.
Yeah, but so much less available for the CT side pistol, though. If you're going to hit the headshot like the Alive just did, then there's no problems whatsoever. I think Lucky is hoping to deny any running pistols that want to go and shepherd up this AK that's just dropped on the ground. He's playing defense. Meantime, the rest of the squad for 3D Max walking down to B. And they still haven't met any resistance. Zedko's in, deep inside of the vent, but it doesn't matter. They haven't seen him.
Ooh, and that's going to be a good first one out here for Lucky. Going to be looking in for Savannah as well. The peek on down for the 5-7 doesn't connect, but Zetko does. Maka taken out of the fight immediately here as Zetko picks up the Galil, finds two Zetko. Very well played. They have the info that Lucky was just on lobby, so now he's trying to come back up, and it is going to be the stick on down for the bomb. They don't have that time to try to deny. Lucky is going to be able to find one, but all is all he'll find. As there you have it. Lucky triple kill this round, and yet still it wasn't enough for 3D Max to win it out. So Sampi go back to their winning ways from the force buy, and now it's just a force buy war. I mean, it has to be, right?
Absolutely, with a bomb plant for sure, but going back to Zedko, he's just so incredibly patient inside of vent. Waits, and once they get into position where they're going to plant the bomb, that's when he strikes. Able to defend his position here from Decon as well. Absolutely superb. And like you said, Lucky gets 3, but those are, I mean, 3 in garbage time, essentially. He was so disconnected from the play because he was defending the AK, and he gets both of the players walking towards the AK to collect it. He wins those duels, but everybody else was already on site.
Now, though, looks like a technical pause. Hopefully not going to take too long out here. But, yeah, I mean, Vincent, we're taking a look on down to 3D Max for now, not really investing into anything. And it doesn't look like they plan onto it either. As that scout still is going to be in play. I'd like to see at least half armors being bought out here. They have the money for it. Do you expect Fino to be able to pull through here onto this best of 3? Do you think he'll have a good performance on that op?
I mean,
because he has to match up against Maka. Right?
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part. Is that the matchup in particular is really difficult on paper. I do think Fino is actually very consistent. He's the kind of opper that isn't actually like required to be the highest rated player in the server or on his team
to still have impact.
Exactly.
Right.
And so I think that actually plays into his hands a little bit with this matchup. He doesn't need to worry about trying to match Maka, which I think would be the danger.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just can play his own game and probably be just fine.
Looks like Sampi are talking about this technical break. They had right now just laid back. You can see it on the webcam. Right, we get a bird's eye view of the whole situation down there. I don't know. I mean, for now, I don't think the admin really sent us any info on the technical break. Oh, server issues for 3D Max. Okay, we got it. We're going to be getting a server change as well here, Vincent. So I think better off than just us yapping away. I think we're going to send it on over to a little bit of a break. Shouldn't take more than like 2-3 minutes. And we'll be right back afterwards on the new server and still to the 2-1 scoreline that Sampi have.
Alrighty, everybody. We've got a unpaused game. We've swapped over the server. Hopefully, things agreeing with the 3D Max's PCs a little bit better now. Better connection, and we'll get back underway as Sampi, they have stood their ground. Grabbed back this lead off the back of the force buy. And 3D Max are going to give them their best shot once again.
They will try. Let's see if they're going to be succeeding as well, as this is round number 4, and already Mangus is down to 13 HP, and a nade's thrown down towards Maka to leave him down to half HP. So 3D Max overall, from what I've seen of their T side, they're not really that aggressive. They like to take their time. They like to take themselves to find that opening frag, right, to try to trade anything back, and then kind of just explode out onto a site.
Yeah,
which is basically what most teams are kind of doing this time, at this meta.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, a lot more utility heavy than in previous iterations of Nuke, especially.
Yeah.
And that's, in this case, particularly interesting because 3D Max have, again, taken their time with things. May have lost an early player over towards Mangus on the ramp side of things, but they have claimed other areas of the map. They've got somebody down secret. They're regrouping outside. So they're going to move towards yard. And I think based on Maka's movement here, probably going to see an inner hit.
Yeah.
Here in a second.
Most likely. Gonna be waiting down a little bit here. 20 seconds. We have to get to see the explosion happen onto that side. Fino peeking on outside. Doesn't connect onto anybody just yet. And here it comes. 10 seconds remaining. Zetko looking in for the lineup. And he finds it. That's gonna be 2. Looking in for the 3rd. Zetko does not run out of bullets even before he finds them all. So there you have it. Oh. Almost saved away the scout by mistake. But there you have it. Flawless round coming out of Sampi, as this just takes them further and further up the ladder.
Yeah, much needed round to like grab back this lead. You know, you win the pistol round, and it doesn't mean nearly as much if you can't convert off the back of it. And so Sampi converting 2 in a row means that they've taken the victory in the force buy. And 3D Max, without a bomb plant, there's actually 0 chances they were to go into this next round. Do you want to note, Maka, a guy we talked about a lot, he started out a little bit slow.
Ooh.
Not having the chances with the big green, but still.
Yeah.
Something to note.
Oh.
Joko's also started out 0-5, which isn't the biggest deal, but isn't ideal either.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but again, it is just the beginning. It's the 6th round coming up, and this is basically their actual first... No, it's their second full buy that we get to see out here, right? Coming out here for the T side. So, Yoko, Maka, hopefully they're going to be able to show us something different. Because Joko is the kind of guy that usually doesn't really fully impress, but he has that shock factor like we got to see in the previous best of 3, in the previous playoffs game, where he pulls off so many big clutches. He's got a lot of impact, right? When he starts going, you get to see him really be important on the server. Maybe not at all times, but when it matters. And again, Maka is calling at the same time here, so 3D Max are relying on him having good days, are relying on him being able to be clear, and not only on the mechanics, but also on the macro front. And now Yoko falling down first again, trying to enter. It's going to be Gravity trading it out, but Gravity, look at his HP bar as well. Not looking too healthy.
No, but that's all good. You can stall out. A little bit of a freeze call here for 3D Max. They're not interested in overextending. Just going to wait and see if Sampi wants to get proactive somewhere. But they're not doing that either. Savannah has a nice crossfire set with Zedko here. I was thinking about this flashbang. Nobody going to be actioned off the back of it, but his position now given away. Molotov comes out. He's going to be forced out into the open. And a nice shot from Fino up top that allows for some space to work for Savannah. Now Zedko from Mini sends it into the one-on-one. Fino's got another. And Sampi have the round. Gun round down.
Gun round down indeed. 3D Max. We hope to see something out of Yoko and Maka. Yoko falls down first. Maka left in a 1v3, only good for 1. So yeah, not the greatest of starts here for the quote-unquote favorites out here. The overwhelming favorites, actually, coming out here for this best of 3. But again, it's just the beginning. The idea of a warm-up map is still a thing. Don't know or don't think that 3D Max have played any games here today, at least not officials. So yeah, you know what? Given the benefit of the doubt, they're just waiting to enable themselves a little bit better. We'll see if that happens later down the line. Until then, though, eco round coming out here for the T side. We'll see if they do manage to play it economically well and try to shut down a couple of these players. Out here, Fino being the first one. Gravity picks up an AWP, looks down towards Vent, and is he going to be able to find the Alive as well? He doesn't need to. Exercise finds the headshot instead. And would you look at that, this eco round looking much better than we initially anticipated.
Yeah, I mean, Fino just really exposed solo there. I'm like, know that this isn't a guarantee still. Gonna have to try and get out. Mangus is in a perfect spot to play denial, but he'll go 1 for 1, and that's just not the number advantage you've been looking for. Zetko's left alone with Lucky dispatching another towards the A site on the Tech 9. And that is incredible Tech 9 work from 3D Max. They did have the full loss bonus, so you know what that means. They get the pistols and armor whenever they want it. And they'll find a victory. They've also picked up 4 guns. So if everybody saves these weapons, when the bomb goes off, 3D Max are sitting pretty money-wise.
Oh, yeah.
They saved, and they don't even need to reinvest.
Exactly. I mean, Lucky still might be caught off guard by the radius of the bomb here, or by Zetko. Depends on who peeks out first. And there you have it. It is going to be Lucky to fall. And Maka on 1 HP, Gravity on 2. What's going on this game already? Not the first time we get to see players staying alive at 1 HP. But important here, Vincent, is the fact that 3D Max do manage to put up a round on the board. A very good economical round as well. And now Sampi, of course, will be buying back into round number 8 here. But if they're taken down as well into a round like this one, 3D Max can mount up their comeback.
And just a little bit there from Sampi that I think you got to be careful of putting Fino in such an exposed position when you're up against an eco, when you're up against the pistol buy. So, little note. Already tucked in towards the top of Secret, though, is Zedko. Nobody's elected to pressurize him any further yet. But Jocko's got a lot of space to work with. But uh-oh, they're going to look. The shadow advantage even for Zetko, but he can't find the victory. Now Fino has to deliver.
He does have to. Will he, though? Leg shot onto Maka. If that flash was a nade instead, wouldn't have done anything because he wasn't pushed up far enough. But still, flash comes through. Exercise needs to try to get out of that position, as Lucky's just waiting for the push on lobby to happen. The Alive already got a lot of space. Molotov on down to Hut. He can't run away now. Don't think he wants to.
No, wants to take a fight. He's going to swing out for one. Savannah in lockstep with him towards door. But both of them go down, and there was only one man left. They knew he was towards ramp, and death comes quickly for Fino. It's a clean sweep of a round for 3D Max as they'll pick up 2 in a row on the trot. The eco victory into the pistols, and then the gun round goes swimmingly. Everybody survives. No deaths. And it's Sampi now who are broken economically. No chance for them back into this round upcoming. And it's another round for Sampi where they're all very separated. That can happen very often on a map like Nuke, but they got punished for it up against pistols, and then they get punished for it again on the rifles. Thinking Zedko, how separated he was over towards Secret.
Now, though, into a flash call here for Zetko. Don't think he's gonna use it. The bomb planted away here for 3D Max. Do they want to go? Well, of course they want to go in actually to try to find economical damage, because they don't have anything left to lose. The only idea they could have if they don't want to go for this is that they don't want to give away kill bonuses towards the T side, but at this point in time, they've got so much cash, you need to deny more of what they're trying to save away rather than just being worried you're giving them an extra $300. But no, they're all going for the save. Unicorn round denied. Okay. We do get to see a little bit of a fight.
Yeah, I don't think these kills matter that much, right? Those extra $300 irrelevant when you're rocking 10K or very close to it on 3 out of 5 players. 3D Max have incredibly quickly made this an impossible amount of money to overcome. They just can't break them, Sampi. There's just no chance. They've got cash for the rest of the game, or the rest of the half rather.
They do. Round number 10 though, there's only 3 rounds remaining of this first half, and of this T side coming in for 3D Max. They're able to put up a couple of rounds on the board here, back to back. Sampi go in for this buy. Savannah checking down into HUD here. We'll be waiting for Lucky to make his move. Lucky's waiting for him. Mexican standoff still going. Something has to happen though. Someone needs to go out. Needs to make that first move. They're pushing it outside first.
Yes and no. I mean, Sampi don't actually have any really further utility, so 3D Max don't have to make this move. They have great positions. They can just wait a little bit. Well, move being made. Lucky damage is done, but Exercise has got the frag. Though we don't see where, it's still a difficult place to come back from. The Alive was searching, trying to find something to work with, but with Fino so deep on ramp already, there's really no way for Sampi to move forward until 3D Max take back lobby.
Ooh, and there we go. Fino finds one. Looks in for more. It's going to be Gravillo back on the trade. Low HP remaining onto Lucky. Manga's down to half. Fino just trying to get away. This is going to be another safe call being made for Sampi.
Really nice round from 3D Max.
Yeah.
In more ways than one. Waiting for Gravillo to get into position up in heaven. And only then are they taking the fight up against Fino at lobby. Had an idea that he was there. You could see that they were thinking about it, looking for it. And even though Fino's going to get the one frag, it doesn't matter if he's only going to get that one. They just push the issue into sight. Crunch from top in heaven. And round 1 off the back of that. And even this might not be enough. Fino's the only man to survive.
Goes down though. That's one extra gun that doesn't go the way of Sampi. Doesn't get saved away by anyone. Fino, yeah, you mentioned it. Last person to stay alive out there into a round like that, and they're gonna have to buy around the AWP. Doesn't even really matter where they send away the op. Because at this point in time, 3D Max, they're playing it slow and steady, but they're kind of winning the race. You know, it's supposed to be a CG side of the map, and yet still we get to see the 5-5 split. Only 2 rounds remaining out here for the first half. 3D Max have had quite the spree to start things off. And speaking of starting things off, Gravillo, that's a very nice opener to get round number 11 going.
Yeah, the save weapon not available anymore. They've got them all lined up for the moment. Zedko's position known, but the Alive, I didn't even know he was an unbreakable. That's crazy. He's going to get away with a free shot side of the head of his opponent. They're fighting their way out of this. It's not like Sampi are going to win the round, or at least unlikely, but it really made me think. 3D Max in the lead, and first time that they've actually had a lead in this map.
Yeah. Which is great because it's their own map pick, right? So even though it's late, it's better than never. 5 in a row here, and they're looking for their 6th as well to make this one a 7-5 split. Sampi, however, hopefully not going to be allowing that to pass easily.
The more important part of that is it's on the T side. This has been a really nice recovery of a T side. Fino's 1 for 1, and even as he tried to come through the mini smoke, nade into it. Zenko good for the 1. Utility done the damage though. Molotov comes down. Mank is burning as they crunch back in. Really nice timing here on the attempted retake for Sampi, but 3D Max deliver exercise on the 3K. Turns full 180 to handle
how
both
happy
Evan
he is.
and me.
He was very happy about that one. RB too, he pulled back around. He found the first on the rifle, second on 5.7, picked up from the ground. So very well done there, 3D Max. They managed to go up to 7 now, onto the split, onto the half, and they go on their own map pick onto their city side of Nuke with a 2-round lead. So they basically secured themselves the what if scenario if they lose the pistol. But we'll have to watch the pistol now to see on which side it goes.
I mean, they did it without Monka really as well. That's the other thing. You know, Op on the CT side, certainly a bigger factor, and it's Maka who's in a perfect spot to deal with the 2 players looking towards door. Sampi set up and ready for the A-pop. Here they go into the crosshair as Fino actually gets team flash. Lucky's outside and he's got another one. Sampi reroute over to Hut now.
Yoko finds the first, traded on down. Dooley's still not spotted, even though there's 3 of them. 3D Max. Looking on down to try to spot out the last 2 players for Sampi here. I think that it was Gravity to actually hear something out here onto Hell. He's checking down on the angle. He's waiting for somebody to go up into Heaven. They're going to be playing it very slowly. The best they can get out of this round, Vincent, is going to be a bomb plant.
Well, I mean, to be honest, they actually do have a chance to win it. If you look at how spread out 3D Max are, there's nothing wrong with the way that they're set up, but all they got to do is find this kill onto Graffiti, and from there they have the bomb site. Now, sure, there's going to be a very quick rotation, and the dualies are in Hut, but they can win that duel as well. They'll be on for the bomb. No bomb planted. So even that denied by 3D Max, and some nice early shots from Maka and the close as well from Lucky, who picks up triple kill on his dualies. Sends 3D Max into the 3-round lead, and it's not that nightmare scenario, not that loss. And no bomb plant means that there's no chance for Sampi to force either.
Yeah, they can't really do that. So it is going to be just the 9th on the board here for 3D Max. As they now will be looking on down to try to give away the MP9s, most of these frags, on the eco. Now, of course, can't really know where you're sending in your players. You can't really know where the enemy is going to be coming in from. And can't just let them pass until the MP9s come in. So Lucky is going to take one down, looking in for more. Gravity starts to make a turn around here, but they're not aggressive about it. Here he comes. Gravity, you need those kill bonuses. They're very important this round.
It's looking like they'll be able to clean things up relatively simply. Zedko left with nothing much more. And we'll go down. Clean sweep of a round for 3D Max. And they don't make it complicated either. They just swing outside, take the fights, push Sampi down and out of their eco into the full buy upcoming. Yeah, everybody just going for these duels. Showing confidence for 3D Max.
Yeah. But it's already 9-5 here. And they're going in for the full buy. Bonus still going quite good, actually. You know, it's a 1A1S, 1M4A4, and a FAMAS. I wouldn't say that's bad.
No, it could be worse.
Yeah.
Fino's actually up close. Could walk through that smoke as well if he wanted to, but is going to respect it for the time being. C-Smoke's down for the T side, but 3D Max are consistently putting an HE in front of those and making it difficult to get down towards Secret. But Savannah has made the drop. It does have 2 players on the other side of it. Joko and Maka both here. Straight up duel. An HE to follow, but that gives away that there's another man here.
Yeah, exactly. You have another player down towards the base site. But this is actually working out in favor of 3D Max, because now they don't start rotating. Sampi are still trying their luck out here through lobby instead of going outside through secret. Savannah, this is a perfect angle. He manages to find Yoko dropping down from the vents. Gravity, he pushed on back. Fino might not have no idea, but it doesn't matter. He still clears and he still finds the kill. 2v5 now, makes it a 2v4, not a 2v3 though. Lucky's gonna go down, Exercise, last man standing, and oh, he has to bring out the knife, because there's nothing to do in that scenario. Sampi are gonna pick themselves up on a round, and at least 3D Max don't keep it going, as Sampi managed to finally bounce back onto the second half.
And they do it at their first opportunity in the first gun round of the second half. They're doing just that. And again, I want to say a 3D Max that kept it simple last round. Sampi in a similar boat. Not so much in that they're just taking duels, but they played a pretty slow default. Got control out in yard, put the smokes up, and fought desperately to get Savannah down there onto secret. And he's won the round for him. Both of the players down secret eventually go down to that one guy.
Yeah.
And so 3D Max on attack timeout to probably talk over if they want to full buy into this or not.
Well, to force, really. But I think that the better call is going to be the eco into this one, right? There's so much time for Sampi that they need to catch up, that they can't just go in for an eco, have a couple of upgraded pistols, maybe a defuse kit and a smoke, and just try your luck for a round or two. Because you're going to be going into round number 17 with a full buy either way. Maka wants an AWP. It's going to be dropped over by Yoko. And yeah, I mean, at this point in time, 3D Max, they are just going to be running it on down towards lobby. Look at this crunch, Vincent.
Yeah, they're...
Catch off nobody, though.
Yeah, up close and personal as quickly as it gets. But great respect from Sampi being showed. They're not caught in any way. And they've taken advantage of the amount of players out in the lobby, taking yard control. And they're going to ensure that this essentially can't go wrong. Man, it's still looking and waiting, and Lucky's actually spotted his foot. So if he does go down here, Lucky will have a chance to work, but I doubt that he'll get more than just a fleeting frag. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. Okay. Well, now here comes the fun part, Vincent. God, why did I say Vince? Here comes the fun part. It's round number 17. Full buy out here with an AWP finally onto Maka. Right, we get to see it. And is this the first stop we get to see out of him? I believe
think it
so,
might
right?
be. I don't think he really had any on the T side.
Yeah. He's 5 and 9, right? He has a lot of climbing back up to do. Lucky 17 and 9, Exercise 15 and 7. They've basically been keeping 3D Max alive throughout the entire duration of this nuke.
Well, and it's worked. They're in the lead, so
yeah.
Just need one or two game-changing plays here, and 3D Max will take nuke. That's all. That's all the difference is.
That's kind of the same idea for Sampi as well, right? They get 2 or 3 big miracle plays, and they're in the lead again. They could run away with the map here. Yoko, though, trying to get back behind Savannah, but not before. Savannah shuts down one more player for his troubles. Yoko trades it back, though, at least makes the revenge happen. 2v2, and Lucky's on 33 HP out here with an AWP picked up from Maka. Lucky's pulled through big time before out here for 3D Max, but it's gonna be Joko this time around to find the triple kill. Fino left in the 1v2, and he's gonna go down. Yoko, what a round here for the Frenchman. The rifle goes heavy, and he finds a quadra to win out this round for 3D Max and take them to double digits.
I mean, no kit as well for 3D Max. That's an incredible play from Joko. He was one of those guys. We were just talking about the possibility of finding some sort of heroic play. One big moment that could essentially seal the deal or be very close to it for 3D Max. That is one of them. Oh my goodness. Just keeps taking fights, and at every turn, Sampi think he's done. And just some really nice timing as well, and a good idea from the Ichi in the smoke.
Now though, round number 18. It's gonna be a up matchup with Fino as well onto the scope. Lucky outside trying to catch off Zedko on the peak on down. Good little nade for the wall of smokes, but it's gonna be the first engage out here between Savannah and Joko kept it going from the previous round. Now in theory found his ace.
And thinking about Savannah and how impactful he's been. Oh, that's a shadow seen by Maka. Free shot as the Alive pokes his nose in too deep.
Oh, got scared by the smoke. I would have done the same.
And Choco's looking for more. Going to re-clear, but ultimately going to be back in the same angle, essentially.
Oh, that timing.
As he falls away.
What's going? They're playing a weird game of peekaboo here. They're going on back down. Zetko's watching behind when Joko's pushing, and the other way around. Now finally they're gonna meet up. Let's see who's gonna kill who. No, still not. Joko just not peeking in there. And neither is Zetko. There it is, finally. Someone wins out that Mexican standoff, and it is going to be Zetko. But at this point in time, 30 seconds remaining. Sampi need to get onto the site and 3D Max to retake it.
I mean, they're already getting flanked, though. In from ramp very quickly, indeed. Yeah, Pino's on the lookout, looking for it, but he's going to eat a nade. Misses the shot as well and has to fall away. 3 on 4. Zetko, the critical piece. He's low, but he's holding back Graviti's rotation. And he goes down. His HP too low. And now there's no safe place to hide. Fino going 1 for 1. Mangus last alive. 1v2, and he almost pulls it off. Lucky on 5 HP. With no kit. Should be good. And he'll get the defuse.
There it is. Big round out here for 3D Max. If Sampi were able to win this one out, you could have made the call for a comeback attempt. But now, look at the cash, right? They have to go in for an eco. And 3D Max, they're just 2 away from ending this one off. They reached 12, that's it. And this shadow advantage. It's been such a game changer, right? Ever since CS2 dropped. I can't even remember back at the times on CSGO where you didn't have these long-winded shadows to really tell you before a peak was about to happen.
And you said it must be a save, but it's not been.
Oh, it's
been a buy. Yeah, they're into this. Zedko and Mangus, the only 2 rifles along with Sampi into this round, and they're going to just get across. Trying to play a little bit more together. This last round, individually, they got rolled over. Hit into the smoke, and that's the danger. If you're all there, you just get demolished. They've already made the drop. Joko's here as well towards control.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's all falling apart.
It is a flawless round out here for 3D Max, and from all sides of the spectrum out here, this round just did not work in the favor of Sampi. They dropped on down next to the vents, and as they try to get out, they were found on every single angle. 3D Max just great out here overall to deny, and lucky with those initial 2 as well. Basically, kind of shuts off the round as well.
I mean,
So, I don't know.
Sampi did everything they could there. They didn't even throw the smokes early. They waited, really timed it well, but Lucky gets the nade into the smoke. And that's the danger of playing so aggressively towards outside. Those nades have just made this whole map a little bit harder for the yard players.
Already down to Savannah. Fino tries to push on up. It's going to be Graviti. Managing to find a man advantage here, but with a buy like this one, I don't even know why I'm hyping it up a little bit, because Sampi, they are down on their luck. They are not able to work out with a lot, and Fino, losing out that scout, lost the potential of finding that quick headshot onto the Opera as well. So Vincent, we're looking at a 3v5 if we don't get to see some sort of miracle happening from the T side, not from Maka finding that shot through the flash. And I think it might be signaling the end of this nuke in favor of 3D Max, the ones that picked it away as well.
Yeah, thinking curtains are about to be called. A little bit of a nice timing out there on door. Mangus is going to win his duel. I don't know that that smoke particularly helps him. That will, though. Zedko winning a fight. Mangus has got another one. And okay, Sampi have made this possible. They still only got 30 seconds left. The bomb's just been recollected. Lucky and Graviti will group up together, but an audio cue just made. Cues Mangus in to maybe move down. Now, Zedko needs to get down there as well. And oh my goodness, Lucky had no clue. The bomb's been dropped. That might be round over. Mangus has got to come up.
Graviti's looking at it. He knows that he has to hold it, and Mangus is gonna fall. Oh, this round was just about to work out for Sampi there towards the end, but apparently it didn't. It just didn't go their way. 3D Max, 13-7 finisher on their own.
Actually, a step up there from a couple of those Sampi members, particularly the likes of like a Sedko and a Fino.
You were mentioning Lucky, right? He didn't only have that big clutch towards the end, but he was plus 12 out on that map. He had 22 frags to 10 deaths, so he was already looking amazing. And you also have to remember a fact, we were not talking about Maka for a while there because he is still the caller, right? He's still the IGL. Now he goes onto a map like Dust 2, and he can definitely leave the second caller to do most of the work out here if he wants to focus down on his op. I mean, has no worries about that.
Not just that, but also you can really call around yourself as well. I think on the op, especially on Dust 2, in a way that not a negative, absolutely a way to set yourself up for success, which I think is potentially something that Maka should look to do. Either way, this pistol round already underway. Mangus has just spotted one head, but there's far more coming his way.
Mangus trying to hold it on down. The first one's good. The second one even better. The third even better. Oh my goodness, Mangus, that was beautiful. But Lucky trades it back immediately. The Glock ready to shoot, and it's gonna be Graviti checking down into CT. Did you get to see that on Mangus though? 3 taps and he finds it. Now Graviti is trying to hold it off as well. Coming in for the push on Gandalf. It's gonna be, oh, that's gonna be a big flash. On down to the first. Lucky on the quad round. What is happening? This pistol round brings out the USP. Looks in for the last. The Alive versus Lucky. 1v1. He hasn't planted the bomb away still, but it doesn't matter because the Alive shuts him down. And what a round here, Vincent, for starting off the pistol on Dust 2.
I mean, fireworks on both sides, as you said, incredible for Mangus. Watch, we don't get to see it. Damn, that's unfortunate. But Lucky has some very nice shots of his own. Instantly trades things back to a 2-on-3. Here's those shots. Oh my goodness. And he gets away with it. Even Dink, the full aim punch coming in, and he goes back for more. Absolutely stupendous. And I mean, the fact that Lucky made it nearly a victory is impressive in and of itself, but 3D Max get denied. Sampi with a pistol win. And it's a single flash.
This MP9 is going to be so happy. Fino and Savannah pick up kill bonuses left and right. This is just working all kinds of greatness for Sampi. I mean, look, I don't even know how Lucky made it that close onto the first round, right? Because that was impressive in and of itself. Even more so than I think when Mangus just hit there on the triple tap. But now we head into the second round. A lot of kill bonuses going away of Sampi. And we get to see the op round number 3 for Fino.
Good point to be made there. Keep your eye on him. And there's no op for the T side either. That's a massive advantage. And it'll ring out, but unsuccessfully through mid as the smoke for doors comes in. Just fall back and play a little bit more passively for the moment. Meantime, 3D Max can grab mid control. They've got him pretty much locked in here. And they'll even toss a mid B smoke pretty early. No intention of action upon that smoke, but they're just creating the question marks in the heads of Sampi.
I think for now there's a couple of those actually circulating around here for Sampi's side. They've got 3 players down towards the A site, and you also have a very pushed up Mangus trying to stay down into pit. He's not going to have too much value out here into the short take for 3D Max, but there's already 2 players taking care of that. The Alive going down towards CT is not going to be here to reach the deny quick enough. But 3D Max, they're still setting this up, and it's going to be up to Zedco to try to find this one. Let's see. How many can he find on a FAMAS, really?
Well, we're going to test that here and now, because those smokes, as much as they allow you to get out onto Catwalk, it also provides Zedco a little bit more coverage. He doesn't have to commit, and he's got a really nice angle here, not one that you see too often, and he's got teammates as well. When does he pull the trigger?
Yes.
Waits for the first and second are his, and he'll get traded eventually. Numbers, not advantage for Sampi, but they keep it even.
They do keep it even. Post-plant situation down on towards short side. It's going to be Maka and Exercise 2v3. Trying to keep it together here. Mangus just baiting away the shots. Spotted out 1. Didn't go down. 13 HP. He's trying to run away. And he has done so. Maka's just repositioning out here. It's important for Exercise to find at least one. And he does. There's the Oppa running away. Fino's going to fall. Exercise makes this round his as Maka, about to miss Mangus there on the cross, does manage to connect on a bullet to him, and it is going to be 3D Max onto the first round of this Dust 2. But it's a very good one. I like what Zedco did here, right? They managed to win it out.
Yes and no. I mean, he's actually, unfortunately, not intentionally, but because he waits for the swing, he ends up just trading his teammate there, and I think he could have maybe gotten a little bit more out of it. It was a very close situation, though, to be sure. 3D Max, not just in the driver's seat for this round, but because they are having the weaponry advantage, they've got a pretty easy and clear way out towards long. No CT side utility to deny them that space.
Oh, imagine that connected. Zedco getting very close. But yeah, I mean, in that round, a lot of ways where Sampi could have actually found it, right? I still think Zedco played it well, though, holding down the trigger discipline. I mean, he could have only gotten away with 1 instead of the double. But either way now, it is going to be another 8 take coming out here for 3D Max. As the Mac 10 is there on Gravity, and he's going to be looking to try to find his first frag, especially into this round. It's important they pick up the kill bonuses to keep that economy going. But it should just be an easy one here for the T side.
Yeah, they're stuck outside the cross smoke. And even still, look at them waiting. 3D Max are just looking for them to jump up or boost, and just as the smoke fades, they got a Molotov. Yeah, this is well done from 3D Max. It's the little small things that I'm appreciating in this round from them. The slow approach, the default, the getting long control, freezing, waiting, and looking for Sampi to have a response when they find nothing long. When no response comes through, again, they're just waiting for all of that utility to get thrown out and then fall down. Once that happens, they just take the fights together. Nicely done from 3D Max on the anti-eco.
Very nice indeed. Now, again, onto a full buy round. Savan is going to be the MP9 player with the defuse kit, so that is definitely going to be scary. They lose out the defuse kit. The 3D Max can start doing whatever they want. And speak of the devil, Maka is going to be able to find the first and the second. There's the Maka I was talking about in the pre-show. Out here on the AWP. Connects on 2 and basically wins them the round. As B's completely empty. Exercise will be trying his luck up against Zedco, but that's the one player you shouldn't try your luck up against out here for Sampi.
Yeah, but Sampi are not actually going for this. Even though Zedco wins his duel, he's tagged low because of it. And 3D Max are on the hunt. They'll put this SMG to work. Or not. Grab an AK and still maybe go for the look. If Sampi have everybody survive, doing some quick maths in my head, they'll be able to invest, but even with 3 saves,
they're not going to have 3 saves though. The Alive is definitely going to catch off 1, but he's going to be spotted. They'll be going in for someone here. Maka, he doesn't want to lose the AWP though, and that's the boost on down from Maka and Lucky. Great teamwork out here for 3D Max. They peek peek in at the last moment, shut him down, and now they can't invest anymore, Vincent. I mean,
I don't think they should, but they could.
in theory, yes. In practice, better off not to, right?
Yeah, I mean that is the right call to hold back onto this one. Get Zedko and Mangus into a power position where they can maybe take control of the round themselves. Speaking of, you're gonna get Mangus out long, and the spawn was had by Jonko. He'll take the spawn, walk out, not see anybody, and toss the up back to Maka.
Here's one of those rifles saved away from the last round, though actually managing to find the trade back onto Lucky. Gravity still stays around, lingers on down towards tunnels. Don't think he's gonna get... Ooh, he is gonna get pushed. Apparently, he will be. Fino peeking on in first, trying to wave check here, and apparently he doesn't need the rifler's help on that one. Fino does it all with the Deagle. And now a 3v3. This is actually not looking as bad as perhaps we thought at the beginning of this round for Sampi. It all comes down to Mangus to try to find one more frag onto this position like he did before. Maka trades it early though. Not able to find a second. Bomb's gonna get planted out here for Pit. And it will be a retake coming on down from middle. Or from CT. They don't have a defuse kit. And Fino doesn't have armor. Looking easy here for the retake. Molotov on down to the side. It's going to be Exercise trying to hold it. But Maka, where did he come from? We thought he'd be staying down on Pit, but instead he pushes up. I think I dropped there a little bit, but doesn't matter as Fino is going to be holding on down to his AK. And this will be the 4th round on the board for 3D Max. Go. Going to be round number 6 here. As we move on down to 3D Max trying to keep up their momentum. Here comes an AUG out of Savannah. Fino still staying on the scout, on the scope, not on the scout. Scout's not here anymore. Maka, AWP in hand. And it is going to be Lucky peeking on in here from lower tunnel. Zetko being ready to try to deny. But we do have ourselves 3 Max pushing in through middle, and the Alive's not going to let that happen easily, and not at all even. Finds the double, shuts them down. Sampi on the advantage for this round. Still a 3v5. They've done this before, but not like this. Savannah finds another. Yoko trades it out here, and it will be a great round here for Sampi. Zetko keeps it going. Exercise, last man standing. 1v4, and he's got a ball. What a crunch down on middle made by Sampi here. They take away this one. And it looks like Vincent does have a couple of issues with the internet, so you guys will be hearing me only for a little bit. Hopefully, he is going to get back quickly enough, though. And there we go. I think that's the call. Vincent?
Yeah, I think I'm back.
We're back. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened.
Hopefully everything okay. Discord having a couple of issues with internet today. I've had that too.
Well, either way, I'm good now. And it looks like Sampi made their way back a little bit. Got a victory on the board, is that right?
Yes, they did. They're a pretty good one as well, down towards middle. And now they're going to be trying to do the same thing. They can't crunch it down anymore. Yoko comes around and finds 2 down on short. That's the way to start.
It looked like he might have been found.
Might have been found indeed. I think Vincent's cutting out again, so I'm going to be stepping in for him here as Mangus is the last man standing. Sprays and prays, but doesn't connect. There it is, a flawless round here from 3D Max. As they keep it going and going and going. Look at the amount of cash we've got out here for the T side. 5-3 on the scoreboard. Sampi, they're going to be trying to keep it going, but right now, this is just not working out here for the CT side.
Yeah, my internet is going all over the place. I don't know. I'm in and out. I
That's
apologize.
okay, man. That's all Gucci. Whenever you go down mid-sentence, I'm gonna be trying to pick it up.
Look at Maka.
Oh, I mean, he tried.
Yeah, nearly able to pick it up, but doesn't get there in time. And the man advantage, 3D backs picked it up last round. Joko out mid was fantastic onto Zedko, but this round it's a little bit different. Zedko's going to be asked to step up once more, and he's got support this time. Not alone. Nice flashbang, but the setup is perfect. Playing off of one another.
Really well played out here for 3D Max. Not for 3D Max, for Sampi. Right, because they do manage to deny this whole short push. And before it was Yoko to open up short and find that double kill to get them into the site. Now, that didn't really happen. So Lucky's left in a 1v5. How many can he take out? Because he's definitely going to get hunted here. I mean, you get to see them. They're thirsty for blood right now.
Yeah, I don't think Lucky's going to have too much success. Fortunately, there's still cash in hand for the T side to work with next round. But how important is it for Sampi to keep 5 alive? It's often on Dust 2 about the small setups, the little protocols, and one of them that works out brilliantly there is what Zedko had with his teammate up on catwalk. They've got one player playing anti-flash, ready to swing in off of any contact, and then once that happens, Zedko can come back in. Need to cross mid. Don't want to waste that smoke, but it's a fast play towards B, or at least initially looked like it. Instead, they're just going to take default control around the map.
Graffiti. Oh, he's getting absolutely battered on down by those flashes. Thank God he wasn't staying inside of the Molotovs.
He got there really fast, though, Graffiti did. And that's what nearly lets him catch off Zedko.
Now, though, it's still another short-sided push. 3D Max really just trying to drive it home that this is the way they want to take out the A side. They haven't gone B once all these 10 rounds. Actually, they've gone B once. I'm lying. A single time they went B.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little surprising not to see a few more mid to B splits, but in fairness, they have been working really well on these cat pushes. Get the drop down. Yoko's the one to walk forward. He's going to have somebody out towards long, and Fino's missed the timing. Exercise is already here, but he's going to be checked. It's quick thinking from Fino to deliver that frag, and now the op set up. The T side.
To get this.
Oh, so close.
Now, 4v3 retake. There are defuse kits out here for the CT side. Savannah already falls down to 39, though. Dinked away here by Maka. It is going to be a nade on down. He's waiting for the peak to happen. Connects on the flick finally. Fino out of the fight. Looking down for the long push, though. It is going to be Maka falling. Lucky last man standing. Checks into short. Gets it as well. 26 HP. And a lot of seconds remaining. But now, there you have it. Good retake out here by the CT side. They kind of just send all the bodies they've got towards the site, and they do manage to find the kills in the end. So hey, if it works, don't change it. But that could have gone very south very quick out here for Sampi.
Yeah, it's another almost clutch from Lucky as well. He was close on the ace clutch to pick up the pistol round, and now he's almost got the 1v3 here. There was no room for error for 3D Max, and that one shot that Maka couldn't quite connect would have probably been the one to pull them over the edge, and it's just a what-if scenario left there. Fino doing a really great job. He's done the stepping up that we asked from him. Getting a nice double swing. In fact, 3 there, strong in mid. Zedko getting up ahead of it.
I don't know why, but I feel like I've only been seeing Yoko on the kill feed right now for a couple of these rounds already, right? 3D Max, they're just waiting on him to open up on these sites.
Yeah, it's been him in the openers. He's been the one, the entry duels have been fantastic for. And Magus is actually, he's faked like he dropped, made an audio cue, but instead he stuck around.
Yeah, we got to see this play happen before, but it didn't really work out when Zetko tried it. Now, though, maybe Mangus can do it. Although, it doesn't really matter. It looks like 3D Max, they're not trying to go short again. They might be dropping on down towards middle.
Ooh. He's done so much damage inside the smoke, and he's even gonna get the confirmation. Big frag. 40 seconds remain. They're eventually gonna head out towards A, but Fino's got 2 directions to look and 3 players to find. 3D Max in a really tough spot is Fino, and he's just gonna get timinged.
Yeah, CS2'd. It is going to be the bomb plant with 20 seconds remaining, and I think Sampi are going to be saving away what they've got right now.
Yeah.
6 rounds on the board here for 3D Max on T side.
On the one hand, Sampi don't have the money to go in for this. They need these 2 guns saved, but it was just a 2-on-3. They just had so much space to cover, so much distance to travel, and so little time to do it. The gamble stack on B, they put 2 players there, and Fino alone on A, and they get it wrong. Giving 3D Max back the lead, and, like you said, 6 rounds means that they are in position to at least keep the half tied up. Though I haven't looked at the numbers. I don't know if... I assume Dust 2 hasn't really changed in its sightedness, but I haven't looked.
Now, though, we'll see if it's another 7-5 split. 3D Max going in for the last round of the first half here onto their T side, and then they're moving into the CT. Right, Sampi, not a great outlook at all, especially seeing as the calling does well for Sampi. How have you felt about it, right? Because I've been seeing kind of the same things, just using their defaults and hoping for the best, honestly, and most of these times their defaults ended up in just trying to crunch down middle, and if that didn't work out, they were back to the extremities.
So you're talking the calling for 3D Max. You said Sampi, right?
I said Sampi, yeah.
I think Sampi have been playing this relatively well. I think their setups on Cat have been interesting. They've been varied, and even though they have been consistently pushing and aggressive in that area, they've been able to catch 3D Max off guard. Not every time, but often enough to make it worthwhile.
I mean, they've had to, right? Because 3D Max, out of the 12 rounds we've gotten to see from their T side, I feel like at least 7 of them have been on short, have been on catwalk, you know?
I'd put it even more. I'd say 10 of them.
Yeah.
They've barely ever been on the B site. I think Maka got the double entry on B that one round. That's the only time I recall.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only time they went there.
So, back to this mid control that 3D Max has really consistently been able to gather. This time, though, for Sampi, they're set up towards Cat. They're playing off of the mid to B position. Zedko, once again, the 1-for-1, and a phenomenal flashbang to provide Fino the coverage for that refrag.
Fino was also unfazed when Zetko fell there. I really like that fact because he was still able to check down in towards long if in case it was a fast push. It was a fast double peek. Oh, but Exercise, that's a nice tap onto Mangus. The Alive is going to fall down as well. And now they make it a 2v2, but 10 seconds left on the clock. They're not winning out this round. They need to get into the side. Do they have the time to plan? They do. Okay. Yeah. My bad. Didn't see Maka there being that close, but it is going to be a retake from short.
Yeah, Maka catwalk. This is planted for long plat, so there is absolutely a chance. Maka honestly just needs to get one, and he does. Anything more is a bonus, and he's going to take them both. One tap to the head. Fino falls, and it's a 3D Max victory for the T half. They pick it up 7-5.
They do indeed. There you have it. Another 7-5 where we get to see 3D Max being in the driver's seat. This time around, though, they're moving into the CT side, so an even better outtake out here for the half for their side.
And Maka really leading the charge in this one as well. You know, he was a bit missing.
Finally, right?
You talked about him, and you know, I think that it even hasn't really been the op that he's had the biggest impact. I mean, he had a lot of good op moments there, but he was doing it on the rifle just like in that last round as well.
Yeah.
And another guy that was slow to start on Nuke, Joko, he's gotten a ton of entry kills.
Yeah, exactly, right? They've been relying on Joko onto that T side to find those entry frags, and now Mangus is going to be able to take down the IGL. I think he was a little pumped up on his adrenaline, trying to find those momentum picks, but lucky now, a player that's been so consistent, 11 and 8 now, still the top fragger for the team, not going to stay alive anymore as Zetko shuts him down. And Yoko not able to trade it out either. This is a great T-side to start out here for Sampi, as they're not doing anything special per se. They're just waiting for 3D Max to push into them, as they've already gathered both sides' control. It is going to be the pistol round in here for their side, as they will be actually managing to stabilize into the second half at the very least with a nice start.
As you noted, not anything crazy in that round from them. Ultimately just waiting and watching for 3D Max's aggression. 3D Max happy to provide, happy to oblige them, giving them fight after fight. I will say that I do think Maka got robbed. It looked to me like he had the headshot and then it just didn't connect. So, don't know that it would have changed the round. USB's out long. Flash to send him in.
Sends them in indeed. Savannah's gonna fall on down to a 1-for-1. Yoko manages to bring one up to the tally again. Out here, and he's gonna pick up the Galil as well. No one having armor for the CT side yet, as it is a full USP round. Don't think they invested absolutely anything into this one, right?
No, just the flashbang. I actually think they had two, but yeah, a couple flashes to get him out long. And that's it.
So now Graviti would be impressive if he finds one here, honestly. On the USP. Needs two dinks out here and isn't gonna even find one. So there you have it. At least they trade out a little bit here. They need to find one more to make it expensive, though.
I mean, even this, though, if they can walk away with these guns, sure, they're just Galils, but I mean, you were talking about earlier that Galil can be just as effective as the M4 at times, and 3D Max will be happy to have those.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think that Sampi, I don't think it's worth for them to actually fight for this either. There's no hunt required. They are going to go for it, and now the Mac 10 at distance does a lot of damage, even the aim punch there, because Maka doesn't have any armor on. It's not the Mac 10 that gets the kill at the end, but it's what set Zedko up for it. And so they'll swap over to that Galil. I think Sampi happy with that, and 3D Max will have to be, because they get 2 kills and save one of the Galils themselves.
And here comes the tactical pause. This time around, it didn't come in for the pistol rounds like it did in the last best of 3 we got to cast here, Vincent. But it came in straight after they weren't really able to win out a that eco round after the pistol, as you'd expect. So now they go in for their full buy. And they have to hold on to these Galils, right? I mean, there's surely one on the ground here for the CT side. Actually, no, they lost it because the Mac 10 actually found it. I'm really with my head in the sky right now. Yeah, 7-7 though. It's going to be round number 15 here on a full buy still for Sampi. Utility's looking great, but so it is for 3D Max. And just sell away one of those utilities, maybe even 2, and buy up a diffuse kit, please. Maka, you've got enough. There you go. Thank you. It's like he heard me.
Yeah, the world where the scout can now be a buy, though, is back on Dust 2.
Hell yeah.
Maka's got it, and it's looking likely they're going to walk into it. He's going to rotate from mid over towards the A site, where initially Sampi, who have mid control already, have put somebody on catwalk, but somebody's already crossed this. Yeah, Zedka's already across, and Maka doesn't know.
There's only one single gap where the peak could be coming in from, and Graviti's ready to try to deny that. Maka looking in for Fino. If he takes him down, that's a lot of util down the drain here for Sampi on the push. And he doesn't. Maka falls back.
Would have had to been incredibly fast on that shot to even have a chance.
It's Maka we're talking about. A lot of these, you know, top 30 teams have got oppers that can connect on really quick shots, I'd say.
Readying for the cat push are Sampi. Gonna get the drop on. Lucky's grabbed 2 out mid. Doesn't know that Zedko's made this drop, or maybe he does. Zedko's being searched for. Graviti goes forward and catches him off guard. It's exercise as well.
Wow.
It's only the B side. Mangus, what the hell?
We didn't get to see what happened. I hope we find out on the replay. But now Mangus keeps going for more. This man, he doesn't have the bomb, but maybe he doesn't need it. 7 HP. Gonna try to take down as many guns as possible into this one. As I was about to say, what a clean round coming out here for 3D Max. Mangus at least manages to find 2.
Nice find. I mean, I hope we get to see that on the replay. That was insane. So quick to hit that second player at door. I was lucky who was over there.
Yeah.
But speaking of lucky, he's a really impressive part of that round. Deals with the mid side of that push. It was sort of a weird setup, actually. They get somebody down into CT, and they're hoping for a little less traditional mid to B split. But it seemed to me like Zedko got spotted. Yeah, we get to see it there. Oh, the jump at the end. I don't think he expected to win that fight.
Now, though, I don't think Sampi are expecting to win any fights. Big nade. Ooh, a little bit of a dink. 3 Max can take themselves up to 9 here, even though it was the 7-7 split out here for Sampi after they managed to win out the pistol. So, I wonder why Fino and Mangus and even the Alive and Savannah here didn't go in for at least the Tech 9s, right? They opted in for a single P250. At the very least, they could have been aggressive, go down to the B site, rush it, and hope for the best, right?
Could have.
It is Dust 2 after all.
On the other hand,
Right.
I think they want to make sure that they can, get an op-out, or even, I mean, I think they'll have enough money for 2 if they wanted it.
Onto the T side? For what reason? I mean, Fino would have had money for an op either way if he bought up the Tech 9. He already picked up the P250. But, yeah, I mean, I was trying to make the point, basically, the fact that this is Dust 2. When are you going to ever call a B rush if not on Dust 2, right? But
Or on this type of
here
round.
it is. Yeah, exactly. So there you have it. A little spray down session out here on middle. As 3D Max are just testing their aim, they're going to be able to find them all here. Yoko just farming them up, 12 and 11 now. And Savannah, if Graviti wasn't there, perhaps would have been able to find Exercise with the back turned away.
No dice, though, and no frags found. It's 2 rounds, the lead for 3D Max. And Maka still has the scout. I don't know about that.
I mean,
At this point, I think you just sell it and you get an op.
at this point though, he knows that Fino probably goes for an op here, so maybe he just tries to fight middle, try his luck. No, he's even going down towards long. Okay, I don't get it.
Just throwing.
Oh, and speaking of Fino, he finds the first. Lucky tries to shut them all down on the push here. Oh, he misses, doesn't get the free frag there, and now he's gonna go down with nothing to speak of. Talking about the scout, I don't think it's gonna manage to do a lot. Oh, but that nade is pinpoint precision, and it's gonna be able to do a lot of damage. Graviti finds one onto Fino, and now the game starts to look exciting.
Yeah, and it still is. Even with a 4-on-2, normally this is a dead round, but Savannah's the only one with actual HP to work with, and it's just gone down at mid. There's no more nades, but there is a Molotov, and everybody is 50 HP or less here for the T side of Sampi. That Molotov's gonna do it. Death is found, and oh my goodness, winnable for 3D Max. Zedko is tucked in, tail between his legs. The Alive is gonna be the one who's gonna have to take this contact. The flash goes in, but it's ineffective, unaware. The Alive has done it as Zedko pops in to grab another. Great crossfire for Sampi. Their low HP doesn't hurt them.
Yeah, they didn't have the info to know that the players were down to low HP. Otherwise, they wouldn't have picked in together in from double doors. They would have gone in one on heaven and one from double doors, trying to just take them down as fast as possible, knowing that they only needed 1 bullet to connect. So there you have it. I mean, it was a nice retake attempt out here from 3D Max, but Sampi win it out in the end. And Maka, he finally buys up the AWP as well. Exercise is going to be holding down to the MP9. As we take a look on down to round number 18, It's going to be important who wins this one. Economy is going to be broken on either side, depending on who takes it.
Yeah, and I mean, an MP9, not ideal in that scenario. Gonna get the boost over to Graviti. And they are gonna have a relatively nice setup against an A-side push. Sampi 4 strong at long, and so that's why it seems likely that they'll be there, but they aren't actually committing. Once they take long control, they'll just regroup elsewhere. Mangus still has control. An underpass.
My God.
Only temporary, though.
And look at Maka's call. He's sending out everybody for the CT side down on middle. They've crunched on down from now lowers and short. And now Yoko's going to be able to find Fino. It's going to be Maka trying to find a kill as well. Misses out the shot though. Doesn't even send out the nade yet. Leaves the alive to push down on middle here with a bomb on his back. I don't know why he's the one pushing, but it's going to be Exercise trying to stay alive. Not for long though. Lucky. Still down here on middle. I don't think he's accounted for, but now he's been spotted. Now he's been taken down. Maka on 7 HP, and Yoko is the only one that can deny this mid push anymore.
Yeah, but he's up close and personal. And I don't think they're actually going to give him a shot. Yeah, the rerouting up through the tunnels.
Oh,
and this is all a fake towards A, that it's being sold to Yoko, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah. He hasn't even heard anything. He doesn't know about it. The bomb's going to go down any second now, though. And Yoko kind of looks at the timer and realizes, okay, they are going down towards the B-bomb site. Maka as well. Starting to rotate. Yoko needs to check out here and towards T-spawn. Doesn't see the player onto Zetko, but Zetko has no idea either. So now, this is called safe. This is called clear. This could be the round for Joko. Moving on in, I think he spotted one at the back of the side. There's no defuse kit left remaining out here. Checks out there for one, sees Savannah, shuts him down, looks for the second, doesn't get him. Could have been the round out here for Yoko, but he had to do it all on his own. And with no defuse kit as well. So there you have it. 9-9, Sampi bring about another round.
And a round that they had no business winning for more than one reason. They get the early long presence. They essentially just give it up, do 3D max. But I loved how they were able to regroup, right? They got themselves in towards the mid area. They had 2 towards Catwalk, 1 guy in lower, and another on Xbox. All of these players ready to go, and they just get isolated. All of those 1v1s, and a nice flash for the Alive to set him up to find victory in the underpass player. And then Lucky just pulls the trigger a little bit too early. All of that, 3D Max lose the round because of it. Just some really tight windows of opportunity that Sampi take advantage of.
Yeah. And they've done a great job at it as well. Maka is going to be the first one to fall. Savannah, what a spray down. What a peek, and he does it again. Looking on down for the third, Savannah. I mean, I get it, you're up against pistols, but that was an AWP you just fought twice and won.
And he's looking to do it again. Won't be allowed to. It's taken away by the Alive, but a really great shot there from Savannah, and the victory lead for Sampi. They have done it. 3D Max stuck in a spiral economically. Really nice stuff from Savannah.
And this has just turned the tables, right? I mean, Sampi was down on their luck. It was 7-5. 3D Max on their CT side, only able to find 2 rounds onto the CT side for now.
Yeah, they're in some trouble, and Fino's looking to deliver another opening pick. That was dicey. That jump spot there from Joko, that was a bit ambitious.
Exercise.
Yeah, speaking of, holy cow.
Speaking of ambitious. Pushes in out here through a smoke down on long, and he's going to be looking to try to do it again. My goodness. Oh, no, okay. The minimap is scaring me very hard there, trolling me. You're just playing down onto the double doors. They're close. It's going to be Zetko to try to peek on out. Finds one. Maka trades. Thank God for Maka, but he's not looking too healthy, and it's going to be Savannah to find up that pushed up exercise. Take him out of position and into the graveyard. 3v4, and they're still hitting that A site. It's going to be up to Graviti to try to deny, and he looks on down from long to short. He finds one, looks in for the second, doesn't get it onto Fino. But still, they have the info now. Maka and Yoko left in a 2v3.
And at this point, I mean, the call would typically be to save, but in a 2v3 this late in the game,
Yeah.
There's just not a lot of grounds to give up anymore.
It's 9 to 10. They don't want to make it 9 to 11, but I think they have to.
Yeah, Maka maybe had a little bit more health to work with. It'd be different, and he might not even get out with his life. Okay, fortunately, Mangus looks the other way and allows Maka the escape that he's looking for. But 3D Max, command of this map pretty much throughout. Slowly brought it back to a lead on their T side. Now, win 2 rounds, but that's it for the CT.
That is it indeed. Okay. So now, Vincent, comes the big ask, big question. Of course, Tackle Pause comes through here, and they're going to be asking the same one. Do they go in for the Force Buy here? Around the A1S and the AK, Yoko doesn't have a diffuse kit, doesn't even have full armor, doesn't need it. Maka as well can drop away an A1S, so can Yoko. Will they be doing that?
I think you have to.
It's late in the game. It's very late in the game.
I think if you don't, the only reason you wouldn't is if your game plan is we're going to pistol armor around these rifles, and we want to make sure that we can get an op next round. That's the only reason I think that you would go for this save.
But is the op even worth it if you get Sampi to 12 here?
I mean, absolutely. That's the question 3D Max are answering, and we've got the answer right here. Yes, it absolutely is.
Okay, so they're going to be ecoing, but not with pistols, with a Scout and an MP9. I don't hate this, actually. I think this is right down the middle of both of our answers for this, right? Because they don't go balls to the walls full investment, but they do go in for an eco with a bit more of an upgraded lineup here. And Exercise already connects on one on Savannah.
And we already saw how effective the Scout can be. I think very versatile weapon on Dust 2 to begin with is wielded well. Exercise forced back. Look at this rotation for 3D Max. They're all here. They know what's going on. There's a nade for this smoke as well.
Doesn't spot out anyone just yet. Maka trying his luck out through that smoke. If he kept on spraying, would have found a headshot now. Doesn't happen though. Low HP onto the 5-7. Drops on down, lucky to 14. Exercise still trying his luck on the Scout. Can he connect? No, he cannot. Sees just a little bit of Maka on the jump shot. Connects on one. Exercise on the second on the Alive. It's crumbling down for Sampi, and this is not a round you can afford to lose. If you are Sampi, you need to get to 12 here and now. Zetko does manage to trade one out though. The Scout is finally dead, and it's gonna be lucky on the boost. Look at on down. Maka finds another. Maka's been so huge this round on that AK, but now it's left up to Joko with the last rifle in hand here to try to deny. MP9 long range doesn't get to see the planter just yet. Half HP remaining on the Mangus, and they're trying to get inside of that site desperately, but it's gonna be Fino whiffing on a shot. Fino's gonna fall. Yoko left in a 1v1, and it's gonna be Yoko managing to find another jump shot in this round, saving away the op and saving the round for 3D Max.
Utterly absurd. Everybody there, the whole server, right in display. They just made the smokes, spamming away, and the jumping headshot from Maka to deny the plant initially. Are you serious? That's just outrageous.
Insanity.
What? I mean, how perfect. I have missed that part of Dust 2.
Yeah.
Only
Honestly,
on Dust.
This is amazing. Look at it. We get to see it as well. Beautiful. In from Maka. The fact he connects also onto the double, right, is great because no one else could have done it. That A1S would not have been able to find a headshot. Yoko basically doubled back to see if he found that frag.
He went for another jumping shot there.
Yeah. Great. Amazing round here for 3D Max. And the two rifles actually pulled through, right? It was Maka and Yoko to save. Maka and Yoko do it. So now it is going to be Savannah to fall out first. Gravity, I think he's going to be going in for seconds here. Doesn't connect on them. But still, the fact that 3D Max are this aggressive finally here onto their CT side. Not finally, because they didn't have to do this up until now. But now, because they are seeing that Sampi is struggling to actually find their foothold into some of these positions, they are being a little bit more aggressive. And Maka is trying to take advantage of this.
He's currently locked and loaded, looking down towards CT. Over for May. Actually, he's repositioned since then towards Catwalk. Lucky's the one to pick up that CT swap. And Sampi, when you lose the opening pick like this, they not only lost all of long control, but they've had to be a little bit more tentative out towards mid as well. They're going to send it. No smoke.
Oh,
really
Lucky.
interesting decision there. Lucky's on an island.
Oh. Very big misses coming out from both Lucky and Yoko. They were holding down that B side, and as you said, no smoke, no flash, no nothing. They just dry peeked.
Yeah,
And they managed to get away with it.
I think that is actually part of the reason that they get away with it. Is because there's no early warning indicator, no utility that hit's going to come through. And as soon as the man watching for CT side of mid goes down, the B side is almost instantly being pressured. There's no chance to adjust for Lucky, and he's just taken out. Maka had no idea to be looking down towards mid either, because it just never came through. He was worried about Catwalk. Another really interesting round where Sampi lose the opening pick. Savannah goes down early, and 3D Max still aren't able to convert the round off the back of some really nice call. I like the contact play from the Alive coming out of mid.
Yeah, that was nice. Coming in from the Alive. He gets away with it as well now, and because they were able to actually overtake that B-bomb side, they now get to 12. So it doesn't even matter that we got to see that big round into the last one for 3D Max. Sampi are still going to be connecting 12 here, and they're going to be looking to try to find 13 as fast as possible. Now, they have 2 chances of doing that. As they've hit map point, they want to take it away from 3D Max. This could be taken into overtime very easily as well, though.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's absolutely no guarantees when 3D Max have the cash to continue investing. They had the op from the previous round, and we know how much they put import on that weapon because they were willing to save a round in order to get it out. Now they have it. Fast up Cat, the pressure. Molotov to stall them out. And Sampi, they've got a ton of map control early into this game. They've got long, they've got mid, they've got tons. Everywhere has been found, and 3D Max have to make a response, and this is it.
Oh, Sampi, there we go. They start things off with Zedko pushing in through short, finding one, but only one. Maka, info down on middle. They know they're pushing down short again, just like they were doing onto their T side. The exercise is ready for it. But he doesn't have anyone clearing out towards long, so he's getting scared about that while the Alive is dropping down towards middle. Gonna fall down to 10 HP, but he's doing it again. He's doing exactly what they pulled off into the last round. They're trying another B hit. This time around, though, Maka's gonna be there with the op.
I don't know that this is actually going to be a B hit because they've got Savannah out long. Vino's about to join him. The Alive's going to come on through, and now the Alive is on the op as Bogdan's law gets activated. This is going to be interesting because they're set up for a cat take on the defense of 3D Max.
Maka needs to rotate really quickly here.
And
Needs to play it down from short.
I don't think they're going to get the early warning.
Oh, they will.
No.
But are they falling back again? 25 seconds. They can't afford to do that. So there he comes. Smoke on down towards CT. He smoke away elevator as well. Not a second player out here for the boost, so it is going to be Lucky on 15 bullets, trying to make the most of it. Mangus falls to 20. And now another jump shot, another Kukli moment! Lucky does it just the same way Maka did! And now this is looking amazing for 3D Max. They do it twice in the same way here, Vincent! Oh my goodness!
They just can't keep getting away with it, man. They cannot! Jumping up over the smoke onto the site in the air with the A1S this time. AK headshot before. He gets punished. He dies for that maneuver. But it doesn't matter. The round is over. The time expires. And Sampi, well, they have just enough to get the full buyout. Everything, all the bells and whistles, but it's into the final of the half. The end of regulation or the game. Regardless, we go to overtime or we end it here for Sampi. Got everything.
This is incredible. I mean, the way to bring it back by having 2 of those jumping headshots, Kukli moments. I want to see what they're going to be pulling off here into the last round of regulations, honestly. Is it going to be 13 or is it going to be overtime?
Maka's getting active. Haven't seen these early fights for him. Where does the bullet go? He's given another chance, but he's on the move. And so the bullet whizzes by. It's over there for Maka. Given 2 chances and he's missed his mark.
That was literally just a bullet kind of just strafing around the headbox there. twice, not only once. Fino now allowed to push in through short, free real estate. As down to the A side, it's only going to be a single man to try to deny. That man is going to be Gravity. A1S in hand and a nade as well. Limited util remaining out here for 3D Max though.
That there is. Honestly, they've taken all the important positions on the map. They have long control. And at this point, 35 seconds remain. And there's not a lot for Sampi's actual site take itself. That would have been a juicy nade if they were just a little bit closer. They're going to throw the smokes as if it's going to be another cat hit. But no, it's going to be mid to B. And they've got 2 on the B side to 3D Max. Ready to play this in defense. Really important to get this first shot. Lucky's got it both. Lucky for the 3-man. The spray down. OT guarantee for Lucky, who's done it 4 frags for him.
Again. He's done it again. Lucky. Oh my goodness, this is just craziness coming out of 3D Max. Time and time again, 3 rounds where we thought it was absolutely just in the hands of Sampi to close it out, right? They were getting so close, and Lucky was there, Maka was there, everyone was there out here for the CT side. 3D Max, even though those shots didn't want to connect down on middle, maybe it's better off that they didn't, because that allowed Sampi to push in through mid, and that allowed Lucky to have that lineup, have the triple kill, have the quadra in the end to shut it all down. So we go into overtime here, Vincent. It's not over yet. We're still sticking to dust too to figure out who's going into those quarterfinals.
3D Max on the double up. They've got Lucky on the secondary. Exercise is right here. The flashbang's fantastic. But Exercise, he has done an incredible job of slinking through the smoke. Fino looking for it, thinking maybe that it happened. No way. They're anticipating this. Mangus is watching, looking. He'll go down. Exercise for free. Another nade would have carried him over the edge. Exercise gets a third. Oh my goodness, 3D Max. What is this?
What are we watching here, Vincent? This is madness. Sampi, of course, have to call out tackle pause. You're just letting a single man get through all 5 of you moving it. Well, all 4 of you moving on in through that same damn smoke. No one even gets in between him. He goes on behind. He finds 2 on the peak. Even Mangus was checking behind, right? He was looking in for the angle, but he was holding the middle of the smoke, not where he would be coming out from. Exercise finds 2, and then it's just a complete demolition down onto pit as well. 3D Max. Where was this their whole CT side?
I mean, I feel like we've been seeing it, actually.
Out here towards the end, yes. But at the beginning, Sampi were overrunning them onto that T side. Because they made a comeback happen, right? It was 7-5.
Yeah, I mean, tight all the way through, no doubt about that, but 3D Max with some heroics here towards the end of the map, and might just be able to close this in 2 off the back of those. Maka unspotted out mid last round, and so he's gone back. Gonna dodge on the flash, and this time he'll connect. Flawless out of Maka.
Fino, though, just as flawless, connects on the flag down to Lucky. It's going to be Yoko trying to deny, but now they're all pushing him, and Maka tries to make it in time, but doesn't. So now, Yoko fallen. Maka looking in for a frag, finds one, looks in for the second. Maka is going insane out here on the AWP, stays in the Molotov, and because of that, Maka keeps it going more and more. Savannah left in a 1v2, and now he's going to fall down as well. 3D Max are unstoppable at this point in time, and they have really hit the ground running.
How's it all gone wrong for Sampi? They had the double entry onto the B site. The opener from Fino, it's all correct. And then Maka, he might have missed a couple of shots, but damn does he look good here. Opens the entirety of this round, and then confidence. He's got the first, and then he comes back for more. Flicks aplenty, and not just that, but the Molotov, he's sitting inside of it. Yeah. He's holding, he's waiting. And he wants more. He's aggressive underpass this round as well. And they're about to walk into his crosshair.
The fact that they were hearing him also stay in the Molotov and still weren't ready for him to peek on out, that just is amazing.
They still don't know that this is a double up.
Yeah. It doesn't even need to be the double up. It just needs to be the bait and switch out here. Maka was peeking on in. He fell down to low HP. Exercise finds the frag. Now, same case scenario could be made out here on middle. Gravity falls down to low. Now Lucky's just waiting for his opportunity, and he did get lucky to connect onto Zetko here, as it is going to be the three men remaining out here for Sampi. CT side for 3D Max looking absolutely godlike onto their overtime.
Hero play after hero play. Now, nade into the smoke means that Lucky's gone down. That's one of the ops off the board. Mid to be smoke tossed as well. That Sampi, their real intentions are cat. And that's precisely where they're headed. But another smoke to stall them out.
Oh,
Gonna go anyway. Oh, Maka doesn't see him, but Exercise is watching and waiting.
Exercise still found one, can definitely find a couple more. As he's looking on down to this catwalk push. In from short now, Maka holding. Doesn't connect on that one. Nice little peek on down from Mangus. Can he find a second? Not just yet. Exercise just going all the way away here. Is going to fall, but Mangus is the last man standing. 1v2 and he taps away on the bomb. Oh, that could have been the perfect frag, but the nade still comes through. 11 HP respectively, 12 out here for the CT-sided players. To be coming through for this one. Yoko gets spotted, taken on down. What a shot from Mangus. And now he doesn't have any idea of where the last one is, but neither does Graffiti. So there you have it. Easy round here. Mangus finds the 1v2. He finds the quad kill in the end, and a nice tap on the back there. He deserves it because he keeps Sampi in this game.
Oh my goodness, but when it's requiring this type of heroics, it's so frustrating. Sampi, they had it all. They had everything going for him in that round again. A good little fake down towards mid to B. Heading back out on catwalk, but Exercise was a thorn in their side. Still, 3D Max, 2 rounds to 1 in the first half of overtime. They head to the T side. Finally, Maka really getting activated in this game.
Looks like another split on down here from the Sampi side. Well, not from the Sampi side, from the 3D Max side. I've gotten so used to 3D Max being onto that CT side. The Alive. Holding it down towards middle. He's had a couple of decent moments, but not as many as maybe would have liked. Fino, although, gets the opener down onto the entry fragger. 3D Max. I think just by the kill alone, Sampi should be able to realize that this was going to be a short hit. And that there's still a lot of players prompted up in towards middle.
It's a nice reaction from Sampi. Even though they got the kill on short, they toss a smoke, and to provide them that coverage, they're going to retake long. But this is really aggressive. Now Exercise always turned away. What a frustrating moment for Exercise. He's just waiting for his team to get back in here. Zetko's going to keep moving. He's got the advantage on the shadow, and Zetko's done them all in.
Okay, we're back in the game here. It's not over just yet. I thought for a second 3D Max finding 2 rounds back-to-back at the beginning of overtime. That would be it, right? They would be going in for the 3rd as well, but not just yet. It's looking like the 14th here for Sampi as they bring it back around, and now they're onto that CT side, even though Dust 2 is that 50-50 map that we're really used to. Right now, Graffiti just trying to stay alive. Doesn't even matter, right? It's overtime. You've got cash.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Though, honestly, a couple of extra stat padding kills wouldn't hurt. And that's,
true.
Well, maybe not a couple, but one.
One's better than none.
Yeah, that's right. Sampi's still in with a chance to make it to map point, make it to a victory in this half. But they need to close the last 2.
Lucky on the AWP. I think he might be wanting to go in for the mid peak. He needs a stool though. He needs a boosted player. Oh no, he's going in for long. Okay. Let's see if he's going to be able to find anything with this one. And he doesn't. Molotov goes in quick enough. Should be dropping away the AWP to Maka. And there you have it. 3D Max. At the beginning of this round. Already we'll be having the entry fragger do his job. Yoko finds the first. Spotted out the second player down on mid as well. The Alive losing out one of his teammates. Very important teammates at that. Fino didn't have DWP in play, but did have a good position down towards lower.
So where to go from here? Man advantage. Job done, at least for the start of the round from 3D Max. The Alive is in a crucial position, actually. As soon as that smoke fades away, he's going to try and catch the timing. But Maka's looking for it. Look at the respect that they're showing. And they got a Molotov as well for the Alive. Love that from 3D Max.
Great awareness overall. But now, as you mentioned, where will they go? What are they doing? Maka needs to call something out. 45 seconds remaining. And it looks like they're not moving from this spot until they manage to find the Alive or someone else out here to have another opener. They're not confident enough in pushing that A side because they know that so far we've only been seeing A hits. And there's surely players prompted up here, and there are. Right now, too.
Yeah, but there's no op. Zedko's going to have to do it on the AK. He's been critical in these moments before. Looking for somebody down low.
Oh.
Yoko's going to get away with it. Zedko on the double. 3 for Zedko. He's looking for more. Almost shoots his teammate, and he's tapping away. Maka, though, he's the last man standing. The HE almost does him in. 1 bullet with the Tech 9, and he's going to go for it. Maka with the clutch in the air as he drops down. 3D Max. They've got 15 first.
22 and 13. Maka pulled it out of the hat there. No one even predicted. I couldn't even think about Maka managed to find those 2 frags on the AWP, let alone throw out the nade and be that confident in the fact that it was Zedko being low that he could push him away with a Tech 9 and still win it out. Incredible out here, and Zedko played it so well, so damn well. He found the triple kill there. He looked in for the quadra, and the moment he did, ran out of bullets.
And Fino, though, he's looking to push this to another overtime. Lucky's got blinded up. He's on the secondary op. Mangus has made his way through. Escape even available for him, but he's going to go back for more. HE inside, and Lucky goes down. It's looking like double OT, but Joko's got something to say. Another flash. Fino off the angle, but not for long. Molotov as well.
Forces him off the position, but only brings about a better one out here for Fino as he is on the AWP. Maka still wants to work his magic, though. We've seen this man do it before. Now, only good for Fino as the Alive was ready for that angle. It's going to be Yoko, who already found 2 to find the last 2 as well. AUG and A1S versus an AK. Who's going to win this one out on the post plant? Yoko needs to be fast, though.
He's got a Molotov, so he's got time to get the numbers punched in. He's done just that, and he's been incredible, actually, all throughout. They're going to get up in front of him, and they smoked the molly. Get there in time, and double OT is required for Sampi.
Wow, what a series, what a map out here on Dust 2. We've already seen so many highlights, so many plays, but it just keeps giving, doesn't it? Out here, 15-15, double OT. And 3D Max stick to their T side here. As Yoko's still finding openers. Maka is still on a crazy stat line. Lucky's being consistent. And out here for Sampi, we get to see Mangus 25 and 20 alongside Zedko on 24 frags as well. This is just all kinds of crazy. So many clutches, so many moments. But Dust 2 continues. And Sampi, what are they going to be doing out here for their CT side next?
You know, the Dust 2 lovers, this is what they'd say. This is what the map can give you at its best. Just high-octane gameplay every single time. The clutches. As Fino, he's done it again. Maka has been flashy, but Fino's got the openers every time. Here in overtime, he's consistent with it.
Is indeed. This time around, though, the Alive still plays down towards middle. He's always been this mid player out here for Sampi, and he's calling out as well. He's being the IGL, and he's trying to play the rotate as well. Not an easy one.
Not in the slightest. Once again, into the late round for 3D Max, where this time they have the man disadvantage. Thanks to Fino, that's a constant problem. And Zedko's going to get up in their face. Just spotted out. They're getting baited in, though. He's got support. Doesn't even need it. Mangus is still not activated.
Yeah, Mangus has done these before. He's just waited and waited. Even trading away, even baiting away to his teammate Zedko down on shore. But it's been working so far. But Lucky finally Gets a breakdown through middle. Manages to find one and now needs to look down to the side as well. But it's going to be Fino on the AWP. To still look down towards short as Exercise is the last man standing. This is a CT-sided round out here for for Sampi. As there you have it, Fino works it on out to the op. Double frag in this one. We'll be looking in for many more for the rounds to come.
The clutches have been insane. Mangus keeping him alive in so many moments as bot time and Fino overtime. Damon constantly winning opening duels. It's something that Maka knows with this op. He's got to figure out a way to deal with. And they're gonna get the op back up on the catwalk, I think. Oh, Ravini. Zedko's rarely been anywhere but cat. This time he's up into tons. The crunch for upper and lower. Something that Sampi haven't pulled out, and it's in double overtime that they make that play.
Here comes the boost, looking on down for the mid player. It is going to be Maka, not being able to spot anything just yet. The Alive gets out, but he re-peeks. He's playing with fire here. But I mean, throughout this whole entire best of 3, they've been playing with fire consistently.
Yeah, but they keep losing these opening fights. And yeah, there's a trade this time, but they're out long. Fino's on cat. And there's 3 towards A. Well, kind of. The Alive was in CT. He's gone back towards mid to provide a little bit of support. Now, they crept up long without anybody noticing.
Yeah, they've been quiet so far. They're waiting in for that first initial peek. Fino goes in for the elevator push, and Fino connects on Exercise through the smoke. That's huge. Now, Maka inside of the site. He's on the AK, sure, but I don't think he'll be able to do too much. It is going to be the bomb lost on down towards in the middle of the smoke as well. Lucky needs to find something. He bumps heads away there with the enemy. And it is going to be Mangus staying away from the smoke, finding Lucky. Maka last man standing, 1v4, and with 20 seconds as well. I think this is the end of this round too. Sampi getting themselves to 17 in a quick fashion, trying to still win their own map pick.
Mangus is doing it all the way through. He's been so good. He gets the triple kill there. Fino through smoke from elevator. And Sampi. I mean, what can't they do here? 3D Max have stalled out. They had an incredible push of performance. 3 rounds. 4K from Lucky. Incredible clutches from Maka, from Yoko. But it hasn't been enough. Because now they're going to need, at least with this 1 round, presumably. Otherwise, we're talking a run of 3 for Sampi. They would need just a single.
Oh, there we go. Finally a start up here for 3D Max. They haven't had an opening frag in a bit. Graviti down to half HP. Sure, needs to find Savannah as well if they want to hit the B side. It's looking like it. Bomb's going to get picked up from rotation on spawn. And I think we're going to get to see Exercise take the long way around towards the B side.
Yeah, looks likely. Bomb
Still though.
grouped with all 5. 1 man in defense. And Savannah, been quiet. This is his time to shine.
Not anymore. Finds the first. Naded on down, though. Here comes the flash. He's being overwhelmed right now, but he's still able to find something towards the back of the side. Let's see him go wild, but only good for 1 as the bomb's going to get planted. This is a round that 3D Max can definitely take. I just hope they don't give it away here. Very far away, though. Mangus, the main man.
It's the last round of the half, though. And
Yeah, they
so
have to
there's
go for it.
no reason that Sampi shouldn't be looking to push this issue. Off setup for Maka here in tunnels. 2 men heading that direction, and oh my goodness, Zedko. Maka forced off the bit of utility. The Molotov comes in. Exercise burning. He'll have to reposition, but he's got them both. Zedko goes down first, and the rest follow after. 3 from Exercise.
So there you go. It's still doable. It's still possible. We could even be going to 3rd overtime here on this too, Vincent. It's a reality that we are witnessing right now. Sampi, 3D Max, keeping it so close on the nostalgic map. And somehow, some way, I feel like they're still bringing out new ideas. out here to this map, to this matchup at the very least.
I think, yeah, Sampi, especially on their CT side, did a good job of that, really making it difficult for them to be read. They were in a different look every round, and Fino, I thought he got a tag, but no tag found. They're gonna go through this Molotov.
Oh my.
They got a flash, exercise, he's dodging it out. Wonderful shots from him and Graviti. They've got them both, and more to be found. Exercise is on one right now. The shots from Graviti to provide the support, and they're looking for one last man. Fino won't fall yet.
Graviti and Exercise, deadly duo down on long. They found 4, and now Fino's last man standing, but he's picked up 3, now needs 2 more. He's segregating away these 1v1s and looked on down for the 4th as well, but Lucky's gonna bring him down on a pistol. And now 3D Max make it 17-17. Whoever wins the next one secures at least the next overtime.
Not gonna lie, I'm watching Fino's coach in the background there, just walking around. He's like making this 1v5 work, and there's just no reaction. I don't know what that's about. That's crazy, but I mean, it wasn't gonna be very viable. Still, he was making me a believer.
Yeah, I was believing it too. I mean, Fino, he found 3 there very quickly. If he held down the line, he had 40 seconds remaining. He could have waited for Lucky to peek into him.
Maka set up with the op. Lucky's got the secondary. Again out towards long, and it's 1-for-1s. They know Graviti is still hanging around here. The Alive inside the smoke as he will deliver. Big man advantage.
Double op setup still going strong here for 3D Max though. Oh, and not anymore. Maka is going to fall down to Fino, who has been such an asset out here for Sampi on the AWP. We were questioning him onto Nuke, but now here he is, pulling through big time for the team.
Though Sampi, this is a little bit weird. They have a lot of time, but they're super spread out. They're actually just looking for re-aggression somewhere, even in a 4-on-2. And they're about to give Lucky a chance to maybe bring this back. Oh, but Lucky's just missed the mark.
Mangus connecting on 30 frags now on this map, and Zetko is gonna find the last one onto Yoko as well. Sampi take themselves over to map point right now to try to take it away out here from 3D Max, who are still clawing and fighting their way back into this one, trying to win it out in a 2-0 fashion, but right now it's just not looking like it. Sampi can take it away 19-17. But we still have the double op setup going, Vincent. We could still be seeing triple overtime here onto Dust.
Yeah, this would be a brilliant time to get a Maka play that we've been waiting on a little bit for the CT side. Fino nearly gets caught off guard. I think might have been expecting the smoke to be there, but it's not.
Again, they're trying to take a mid-pressure out here as early as possible, Sampi. They realize it's important, but they're still kind of taking a little page out of 3D Max's book by still attempting short almost every single time.
Well, I mean, it's a crucial part of Dust 2. You have to get short control in order for any other game plan to be effective. Unless you're just running it down out long.
This is an aggressive positioning from Maka, but it pays off. Zetko, first one to fall. Now Sampi, 1 man down. Don't want to make him more so, but Exercise is going to be making that exactly happen. Fino, scared of peeking on into this one as Graviti trades on down to both of them. It's going to be Fino, last man standing. I think this is going to be the triple overtime. Looking on down for it. Fino needs to find an incredible clutch. An ace one at that. But with 30 seconds and with the odds being stacked up against you, Vincent, I think we're moving to that 3rd overtime.
Right there with you. He's boxed in. He doesn't know, but escape isn't possible. Not that there's time for him to try any of those shenanigans. Multiple angles. That's the shadow scene. Okay. Gonna miss the shot, but as soon as he takes one, Graviti walks forward and head in hands for Fino, but honestly, he was dealt a tough hand no matter. Don't think he had a chance of winning that one. But, I mean, the hero of OT number 2 for 3D Max is Exercise. He just multi-frag after multi-frag out long. He was unstoppable.
I don't know. I still have the Exercise pushing in through smoke and finding 3 imprinted on my brain right now. And it's been, I feel like it's been quite a while since that happened. But actually, it was just at the beginning of overtime.
It was the beginning of OT number 2, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so,
well, here we are 6 rounds later, beginning of OT number 3.
Still trying to keep it together, still trying to keep on going. And now it's going to be that T side losing away their upper immediately. Fino
And
kept
Lucky.
trying. Oh
They're
my
double
goodness.
up mid. One man pushes, one man holds. It's a nice idea, actually. It's crazy aggressive, but I love it.
And if it works, don't change it. Maka trying to go in for the triple kill down mid as well. The Alive not going to get spotted between all those smokes, though. Because right now, 3D Max. They're down on their numbers, but they need to figure out a plan. I would love to see this round actually going the way of like a French timeout, you know, just playing it down towards the B side, holding in towards tunnels. Maybe not the case anymore, but just trying to wind down that timer and decide what you're going to be doing for the next overtime, for the next rounds of overtime.
Well, I mean, to be fair, 3-on-5 is not at all unwinnable, so I think maybe that would have been a little bit over aggressive, or maybe a call that would have.
Yeah, but they were all across the map, right? They weren't together, and you got to see what happened already. So it's going to be Savannah, last man standing, 1v3. Could make it 1v2 very easily, though. Joko is not looking too healthy out there, but it is going to be the AWP actually finding that dink up first, and then Gravity managing to clean it on up. So there you have it. 3D Max with the first round of the third overtime. Can they keep it going?
Max have consistently opened the overtimes well, but
yeah,
later on, Sampi the ones to find the chances to close. I mean, Sampi have had a couple of chances to close. They were the ones to hit 12 first. Just looking for the swing for under, for lower tons. Doesn't spot anything.
You also have to think about morale right now coming into this one, right? It's the third overtime. I'm sure some of these players are going to start getting a little bit tired of this too, right?
I mean, sure, but what choice do you got? Oh, I mean, you see that smoke up, and Exercise has been everywhere, so the spam, understandable. But Maka here with an op, that's not something they're going to anticipate, I don't imagine. Oh, and again, where's that shot go? Looked like it was on target, but it doesn't
He's just
connect.
toying with him. Savannah just jumping away, hoping that Maka doesn't connect on a quick flick. But right now, he still needs to get out of there. And while we're looking at this, there's a push down middle happening right now, which Joko is going to try to defend up against. 3 HP remaining on Savannah. Good on the opening frag down towards long. Can be traded anytime, though, away by Exercise as Joko. Oh, he has the lineup. He can find them all here, but only good for one. As Fino's going to find Lucky down as well. Even though they fall to low HP, it doesn't matter. It's still a 2v4. Sampi, they've got the whole B side ready to take.
Yeah, but they have a nade to get open, to get into this position. Oh, but they don't take advantage. They have to utilize a little bit more. 3 HP, 9 HP for Savannah and the Alive. It's not perfect. And there's still somebody up on catwalk. Who is that? That's Savannah. Oh, no. This is round over for 3D Max. They don't know it yet, but they've lost.
Are they even going in for it?
No,
do they know
not.
it's actually B?
I mean, they do know it's B, but they don't know the HPs.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough. So there we go. There we have it. 19-19. Sampi still keep it going. They realize they have the round one now. Sighing a breath of relief. The 3D Max. They're jumping into their last side of the CT half here for the third overtime. We could get to see the double op setup again. It's very viable, and it's worked out so far.
It has. I actually don't think that Lucky has really gotten value out of it, though, lately. I don't think that it's worth it for him to continue to invest in it. They had that
second overtime.
I mean, yeah, it's found value, but I think, first round they got that double off pick up mid, and that was fantastic. But in the mid rounds, the op has been a little less than perfect from Lucky. But they've used it more as a positioning tool, able to kind of stand tall in different areas a little bit easier because they have the op there. Thinking, back B, for example.
Now though, speaking of positionings, Exercise has got a lot of space down towards long, and he hasn't seen too much besides the smoke here. I don't know if he's heard enough, but Mach is still helping him out, so perhaps they do realize there are players here. Holding it down on top of mid. Now the Spartan push, I think, is going to be coming in just a second. That's a big nade, but that's going to be even bigger from Exercise. Only good for one, though. Looking for the second. Maka goes in through the Molotov again, and this time it doesn't play off just as he imagined it.
Yeah, bites off a little more than he can chew. That's an op shot through the door. Joko, lucky to be alive. Lucky still here. And oh my goodness, nice flick. He's found that value. 3v3. On the alive, wanting to lurk right through the smoke, but doesn't do it. Thinks better. And Joko's thinking he's the one to be the hero. He's going to make the play. They're hearing it. All of this being seen and now heard.
Trigger discipline.
Get him both.
Oh! There we go. Joko coming in through middle, finding two, and now as he's reloading away, probably he's going to die. Oh, maybe not just yet. Joko finds a triple. And there you have it. 3D Max pick up another round.
And that's
20 on the board.
An advantage to them, 2-1 after the first half of the third overtime. And they have to make this move on. I guess they didn't have to be so quick about it. There was 28 seconds there in that replay. But I think that Sampi were starting to feel the pressure. We're starting to feel the timer a little bit. And so that's why they're making that move. Didn't expect to have somebody so close to them. And Joko with a game-winning potentially play. A 3-man victory there.
And then now a double op set up onto the T side, apparently. They really thought it worked out, so now they're gonna keep it going. Oh, but look at that flash! Fino will be taking down Graviti. Imagine if Graviti wasn't flashed there, he could have even found the triple. Zetko, though, manages to trade it on back. Exercise in a dogfight. 3v2.
Yeah, this was a big game of if, because you're right, that flashbang, whichever one actually blinded up Graviti, has won Sampi this round. Fantastic trading as well that long. I mean, that's an extra detail to talk about, but beyond anything else, they are fortunate Graviti was unable to see because he had 3 players to shoot at, and the timing's really rough there. Savannah probably wishing that they would go B once or twice because he's been having a very slow OT, mostly because nobody's headed his way.
Yeah, I mean, once they did, he was kind of the first one to fall most of these rounds. It's been quite a tough dust 2 out here for Savannah, even though Sampi are really pulling through out here. We've got 3 players on 30 frags, for God's sakes, right? But, a leg shot onto Fino. Maka does not get that early start to the round. And this is for 21 as well. This is for potentially another OT.
Well, I mean, not just that. It's for map point, right? The chance to get a victory.
At this point, I don't even see it going away from us too, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Sampi need it in order to push us towards Anubis. Mid to be smoke tossed out. HE gonna be a little bit behind Joko. And so, again, this round, wild as it's been early on, slow. So we're gonna get the cat presence. 3D Max checking the boxes to get into the late round on Dust 2.
And one big box would be to have that opening frag, although where are you going to be able to find that? Right. Completely gave up on long. Now they're trying to push down on middle, realizing they don't want to push into catwalk just yet. Don't want to go through short. No need to do that. They find it on Savannah, and this is a good start. Oh, that nade was perfect, but it was perfect for the alive to find the double. Apparently, it wasn't the off to go through, and the Alive doesn't stop the Alive on a quadra down mid. That's insane.
He's pulled it off. Missed shot from Maka. Lucky looking for more, but the low HP doesn't matter. Fino will do it. As Sampi get another chance to push this to third. One more round for them to find this map victory in triple OT. But the Alive, the nade, everything was right. 3D Max actually called it the right moment. They had it all good. Gravity finds the right shot, but Maka misses the shot inside the smoke onto the Alive, and he's allowed to multi-frag.
He's allowed to find a quad kill, not only a multi-frag. If that was a double, okay, that would still be possible. But the Alive goes through that second smoke and still pushes on through for a double kill. That's insane. Right now, though, 3D Max, they were about to run out of money as well. They don't have full utility. Zenko, what a start. And it's going to be Magus finding a double. Oh, this could be called the end. That is a great start to the round. 2v5 turns into 2v4. And Lucky's on the other side of the map. Yoko needs to stay alive until he gets some support.
I mean, that support, it's far away, and honestly, not even particularly coming his way. He's the one to rendezvous up with Lucky. Try to send this to a quad OT. 2 on 4, though, is just a long way back. The full minute. 2 smokes, 2 mollies. And
This
look
is
at
a
the
kick
split
while you're down.
for Sampi there. 2-2. Isolated themselves. So if 3D Max can work together, this is not unwinnable.
It's not, but you're going in straight to the AWP on long range. This is not going to be easy at all. 3D Max, they're making a tough call here. It's whether or not Fino manages to find the first one here. If they do, that's game over. We go to Anubis. But if not, then it could be possible. Fino's checking in the perfect angle here for elbow push, and he's gonna be able to find Lucky. 1v4 now, Yoko, do or die, and he will fall. So there we go. Vincent finally, Dust 2 is over, and Sampi take it away on their own map pick to send us into Anubis.
I mean, it was so long, so drawn out. I think Fino was there, and yeah, in the head-to-head, Fino was delivering. So I think if that continues, then Sampi, they've got every opportunity to bring this over the line. But I do want to say, mention the thing that you mentioned there, all right? They had to really push to get into Dust and find that victory. It's a long time, a lot of Counter-Strike.
They're pushing it even further. Look at this. Gravity finds the first, and it's a very quick take onto this B-bomb side out here from 3D Max, but it's a complete dogfight. Fino talking to the man himself, and he's pulling through out here for his team. Finds a double. Imagine that headshot connected in through a smoke as well. Gravity feeling a little bit threatened down there by the CT-sided player, but Fino still holding it down towards Hut, and he is going to be peeking on out here as the Doolies find their third victim. They're going to be looking in for the fourth as well, and they are going to be connecting. Fino, what a start out here to almost get close enough to the AWP second round. We get to see Sampi take away the pistol.
Nicely done for Sampi, and yeah, Fino, again, having that impact. He starts it out strong on the pistol round once again. And I do think that, for me, there is a good chance the team that gets a early momentum on this map will probably win it. It's just a situation where you're already deep into the day. It's late, and you played a triple overtime. If you start to lose your hope, then I think it snowballs very quickly.
Oh, and speaking of snowballing, it looks like Fino keeps on going, finds his fifth, and the Alive is right there behind him. 3D Max went in onto this fourth spy, looking optimistic to try to find at least the bomb plant right now. Exercise, that was his only gap for a bomb plant. I don't think he's gonna get the second chance. Or, yeah, no way.
He had the smoke for coverage. Give it a try, but yeah, hard to know the right call there. Sampi on to the 2-0 sweep. And denying the bomb plant means that 3D Max are certainly not going to be reinvesting anything further on their third round. Because if they got a bomb plant, they could have done so. And even, I mean, barely even did any damage in that round. Just one kill.
Exactly, it's not enough. 3D Max, they're going in for their eco now, and the rounds are going in by much faster, right? They were actually the ones to win out the knife round. We didn't get to see that out here for this one, but they were the ones to actually pick it up. They chose the T side. And so now, Sampi, they're kind of happy they're actually going to start things out here onto the CT side as the Alive finds another multi-frag. This just keeps on going. It's going to be a reoccurring theme, I think, seeing Sampi go in for multi-frags.
Yeah, I mean, Fino did on the pistol round. Alive both the next round and this one. Picks up a triple and a quad. Really nicely done from Sampi. Again, these are ecos. These are not particularly important kills in the long term, but it helps them build their economy. Makes sure that they can't get just reset off of one round. And Fino's even into an op on the first gun round too. 3D Max, nada.
Speaking of though, Fino does pick up his beloved rifle. Oh, look at that. Joko already falls down to half HP. He's got a lot of util. Better off not die before he gets to use it. 3D Max. Oh, Graffiti. I thought for a second he was going to push on through here from the smoke, but he's going to be playing drop. Waiting for someone to push in through that said smoke. Sampi. They do not need to be aggressive out here.
I don't need to, but I mean, I don't hate this. Flash to re-clear mid. They'll smoke bridge as well in order to provide some coverage. A minute left on the clock for 3D Max to work. And that Molotov is timed to perfection.
Ooh, and that's going to be the first one. Fino manages to keep it going. 6-1, the Alive 7-2 now as Maka turns around and finds him. Quick dink there onto the head, but Maka needs to keep going towards the safe side, and it's gonna be Savannah, only man trying to hold the anchor with 33 seconds left on the clock here for Sampi to try to deny the push. And Savannah checking into cameras, and now only good for one as Maka was already down to low HP. Zetko leaves them to get into the site, and a post-plant situation ensues.
3D Max losing the opening engagements, but still able to claw this back to the 3-on-3. And the rotation late. Coming from Graviti. Same for Lucky. They're all here for Sampi. And they've taken a really long time to get there. Lucky going 1-for-1. They aren't going to look for Graviti. Now his position known. Zetko in the clutch. There's not a kit, and I don't know if there's one down either. He'll force the fight, wins the duel, but there's no kit to be found. And well, it was far away. Round over. And job done for the T's. 3D Max making that round out of nothing. They lose 2 players early and then work it all the way back to A.
Yeah. So there we go. It is going to be the first round on the board for 3D Max. Managed to find the 1v2. Well. And now we still do have Sampi on this buy. They lose this one though, they will be reset. We will be seeing an eco probably coming out here from the CT side as Fino connects on a shot through the wall, leaving Graviti down to half HP, and Mangus here to try to hold down for drop. Here's the mole in through middle. The push has been called in. 3D Max not backing away anymore though. As Fino sees him on the cross, doesn't even try to go in for the flick check. He's so disciplined.
Not even gonna overstay his welcome either. Just gonna fall back, reposition, give them that space. They fought for it. 3D Max have invested for it as well. So they grab that. Now they'll move forward. Smoke for screens. Mangus, though, has caught Lucky. That's actually the bomb dropped. I don't know if it can be spotted anymore, but I think Mangus caught a glimpse of it previously.
Oh.
Great adjustment from 3D Max. Putting multiple players.
Push down long. Exercise will fall down. Yeah, 3D Max did manage to push up middle here, get a lot of space, but it is going to be Fino to trade them out. One in the second, Fino, so good. 1 HP only, and that's all he needs. Just pulling that trigger, he finds 10 frags in only 5 rounds. This man is already going strong here for Sampi.
Yeah, Makahu in this case, he's not even had a chance to get an off. Meanwhile, Fino, a multi-frag, 3 strong in this round. Absolutely phenomenal. Quickly getting the scope there on the Joko as well. 3D Max will take attack. An understandable one. As I really love that Sampi were putting Mangus in such a great position in the last round. They get him up into like where the vase is on the blue box. And he's just watching and waiting. Patiently looking for somebody to walk through mid. And lucky, the man with the bomb is the one to drop in. Yeah. So fortunate that he's the guy to go down. And 3D Max just, they didn't really have much of a choice. They crunched towards Mangus, killed him, but once the player towards water goes down, they had only one option, and that was to push through mid.
Yeah, they did, and you got to see how that played out. Fino was ready for them. Found the triple there, even on 1 HP. So now, round number 6. The op still going. And I wonder who is the second opper here for Sampi. Because I'm pretty sure it should be Savannah.
I think so, but I mean, you also don't need a second op necessarily, though it is very powerful here.
Yeah, exactly.
If they aren't going to double up on Dust 2, are you ever going to double up?
On Anubis? Yeah. I mean, that's fair. 3D Max, however, they want to get the economy to be able to double up. We've even seen them go for it on the T side. Although Anubis isn't one of those maps where you would want to double up, especially not onto the T side. It's going to be the push on down towards the A side, and we're going to have already Exercise starting things off with Savannah. Taking on down, the Alive trying to hold it in from camera, but he's going to have to wait for reinforcements, to wait for the cavalry to arrive, and that is going to be the cavalry. Rose, Zetko finds one. Maka could have held down on the bomb plan, but instead the Alive is going to fall. Maka pushes him through the smoke. Look at this. Now, it works, and a little bit of team damage as well. Just a love tap to the back, but it's going to be lucky. Finding Mangus as well. 2 HP remaining onto Zetko, and this whole round crumbled beneath the feet of 3D Max. This was supposed to be there, beneath the feet of Sampi. This was supposed to be theirs, and now 4 guns saved away here. Well, 3 guns saved away here for 3D Max.
Well, it's not about the guns, though. Those are nice to have. It's about the round and how it's been ripped away from Sampi's grasp. An eco round. Oh my goodness, that's unfortunate from Graviti. Gets caught out, but Zedko won't even survive. It's all gone wrong. Just a really tough timing. Initially, the first man to go down was tossing a smoke from heaven. Just tosses it. That's when they're flashing out, so they just get caught in rotation. An Exercise with the Deagle continuing to find the success that he found on Dust 2. It's forced an eco. Sampi have no money to rebuy, even despite some really nice rounds.
Yeah. Doesn't matter how many nice rounds you get. If you lose a couple in contention in a row, you're not gonna have money for the next few. Should be quite easy to deal with though. Out here for 3D Max. They just wait for Sampi to basically push it to them. But now, because they've done that, Zetko finds Lucky. At the very least, 1 kill gets made. He's going to be looking in for the second. The Alive gets it instead onto Graviti. And now here we're talking. What's happening in these eco rounds?
Bomb has been found in the open. There's no armor, but, you know, Deagle, 1 shot's all that is required. Gotta reclaim the bomb, and they will be able to get away. So, where's the second gun? 3D Max, they lost 2 players, and I only see 1 gun, and Fino's got it.
It should be out towards long. That's where they found the frags, but Don't think they're going in for them. Apparently, hand cannons are going to be enough to try to find a little bit more damage. Zedko perhaps going in the long side around to try to search for it. I have no idea. Looks like what 3D Max are trying to do though is going in towards middle after the bomb explodes. So they're not going to be intersecting any paths out here with the Sampi players that are left remaining alive. And yeah, this is kind of a problem that they're not finding that second gun to save. Oh, look at it.
Yeah, they got it.
No. It's right behind Fino, but he can't pick up two guns.
I mean, I guess the idea here from Sampi was to get further damage done on the exits, but nobody's gone that way. Ooh, will he get there in time?
Okay, he picked it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Whew. That could have been a big mistake. But Savannah drops away the AWP to Fino. Sampi have got a great buy going on now with 2 AKs. And 3D Max, well, they've brought 3 rounds back here. Let's see if they can stabilize to the 4th as well.
And as much as this has been really good from Sampi, you think about the way in which they found these victories. Individuals having incredible moments. Fino, alive. Zedko. All of these rounds, thanks to some of their heroics. And as soon as 3D Max get weaponry in their own hand, even without it, they find success. Knock on his first AWP.
He is. Right now, he's going to be trying to get out towards long. Fino, ooh, absolutely blinded. In real life, too. How is he not getting constantly blinded, though? Look at his face right now. He is fully seeing that brightness from the screen.
You know? I don't know.
But now, 3D Max, they're split up.
Just a dark room, maybe. Yeah, that's probably it.
I mean, yeah.
And
Sinners were in a very dark room before as well.
you know, split up, yes, but
Oh.
yeah, I was just about to say that's the way a default works. And Savannah's gone down. Fino's gonna have to really do a lot of heavy lifting. We've seen him do it before, but they aren't even necessarily committing to this yet. The bomb's only now getting recollected. And they're moving back towards B for the B split.
I don't know what the Alive was attempting there. He could have waited for the smoke to go away and see if there's actually someone down towards drop. He tried his luck. That was a big gamble to take. That was a big risk. 20 seconds remaining though. Sampi could still get this round. They're actually good enough on this defense. That's not going to be a good start though. Lucky already finds one. Looking all down for the M4A4. Zetko's going to be run over here. Doesn't even pre-fire as he's getting overrun. Fino is on the other side of the map. So there we have it. 3D Max 4-4. They bring it back in a flawless manner as well. And that is just going to be propelling them forwards.
Yeah, it's crazy the difference in form there, right? Sampi talking about their individuals and finding such success in those rounds into getting run over by 3D Max in this one.
Yeah, who none of them are looking too out there, right? Too big star players. Maka is the only positive one on the team right now, and they are trying to run Fino down, and they've done exactly that, not saving away any AWPs today, and that is definitely the right play. With the amount of cash 3D Max have got right now, going in together and trying to take him down was definitely well worth it.
Yeah, no op. And taking that out of his hands, man, for how good he's been.
Yeah.
Sampi stuck on a save again. It's not even a real reset. They're just on the CT side, so even with what little that they did have, I mean, Mangus had some cash. Fino did as well, but he wants to make sure he can have another op, and so that is the game plan. Deegs.
Onto an eco like this one, right? It brings around the question, do you think, Vincent, that Sampi, having played this map so much, that 4 is enough going in for their T side on the split? Even if they were not able to win anything from this point onwards, would it be enough? I think it would.
I don't think so, actually. Like I think it could be, but
yeah,
I think that 3D Max, they're gonna need a little bit more, and they're already gonna get it, right? 5, that's a whole different story, and it's just one gun round more that could rocket this up to like a 7 or 8 rounds. Because if you look at Sampi, they're still stuck in the CT side economy, just death trap that is win a round, or if you lose one, you reset. And 3D Max are actually good for cash. I would say the whole rest of the half. They have 2 more buys in reserve. So Sampi take attack. They'll be looking pretty good. How to put Fino in the best spot. He's been the big playmaker.
Yeah.
And I would be down to see him get onto bridge, like a bridge swing.
I don't know, because that would put him really out there, and if he goes down to the first swing, then it's kind of done.
You gotta take risks to make big plays.
You gotta risk it for the biscuit. I agree, but at this point in time, that's the problem, right? That's the problem of putting most of your hopes on a single player. He goes down, and you're left wondering who's there left to pick up after him. Maka could have actually found. Oh, that one! Maka switches to the secondary and makes it look like the primary fire. There you go. Headshot connecting. Savannah going down as well. And what a start to the round here for 3D Max.
What in the hell was that from Maka? Unreasonable. Mangus is now on an island in pizza. On, he's got a valiant effort.
Oh.
Where does that bullet even go? Fino got robbed and Zed goes alone. Death for Sampi. Quick, they fall. 3D Max, they've got them all.
They do. 6 rounds in a row here, Vincent. I mean, they are just going and going. And this is the second flawless round they've gotten. Now here onto the T side. They were about to find another one in the previous round we just got to see.
And look at their money.
Out of cash.
It's just so bad for the CTs.
I think they need a couple of donations right now.
Yeah, they absolutely do.
Looking like a trust fund
Hey,
out here for Sampi.
No, it's 3D Max under the trust fund, kids.
Yeah, true. My goodness.
And
Penultimate
Sampi,
round.
You know, it'd be stupid to force buy into this. They're gonna just get what they can with pistols.
Yeah. XM out of Mangas, though. I respect it, honestly. That is one of the few guns in this game which, if positioned well on anti-rush, it can take them all down.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the nerf to the bonus, you only get $600 instead of $900. I feel like they really gutted it, like, for pro play.
I mean, they gutted it for a reason.
Well, it was certainly too good, but I just wish they would have nerfed it traditionally and not removed its utility.
I see what you're saying. Either way, though, this round not going to be panning out how Sampi imagined it with that conga line. It's going to be Yoko to shut them all down. And, well, it looks like they're going to be saving away the shotgun for the next round.
Well, I mean, he does have the body armor to work with as well. And, I mean, to be fair, it's not an unusable weapon. Yeah. If it's positioned in E-box like it was before.
Yeah, I say so. I wonder if anyone in this server right now, out of these 10 players, have got the Negev equipped.
That's a good question. It's in the second category, right? Like the half buy category.
Yeah. It's in the half buy category.
Or the medium.
It's been such a long time since I've gone to actually play a Negev that I forgot if it's still 1.7k or not.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's changed.
I'm pretty sure, right?
I don't think so. I don't think you would ever have the Negev equipped.
Well, yeah, we're not watching matchmaking. But
I mean, you asked the question. I was trying to think of like if there's any world, any reason that I'm not like immediately thinking of, and no, can't.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's just too many other weapons that would be better.
I mean, honestly,
like all the SMGs, every single one of them.
True.
Like, I mean, outside of the Bison, like you could buy like an MP7.
If I had to choose between a FAMAS and a Negev, honestly, though,
That's coke.
I don't know.
You're just crazy.
Maybe so, maybe so. Going down into this round though, this is the last round of the first half, and 3D Max are looking to pull off a flawless comeback out here from the 4-0. Down already 7 rounds in a row, and they found the opener onto the Alive. Looking on down, triple peak, that's beautiful to see. Savannah getting absolutely demolished, and the A side completely opened up. They're all down to low HP, but it doesn't matter because you're not getting anywhere near that site.
You're gonna have to give it a go. A valiant attempt is required, and Zedko eats that nade. They've got another nade! Oh my goodness, Zedko dodges that one, but I don't care. It's stupid. He's gonna eat another nade!
And the fourth! Wait, the fourth!
My goodness. 3D
Oh
Max
my god.
chunked him down bit by bit. Oh, Fido grabbing a multi, 4 kills. Fido almost made it possible. But again, he'll try, but no cigar. Poor Sampi. Like, you're taking that fight with Savannah, I think, to camera.
Yeah.
You swing, you think you're fighting one guy, and then 3 players just evaporate in front of you. They're just there.
Yeah, try to explain this round to someone that doesn't watch the CCT that often, right? Triple peek on down, 4 nades onto poor Zedko. He doesn't even know where to go. He tries to stay in the corner, and then Fino somehow finds this triple, almost a quad kill, right, on the op. It's crazy.
It's great, but like, and it looks good for your stats, but it's in garbage time. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's nothing that Fino can do about it. He's doing his best to win the round, but it just is a frustration to get so close and then fall flat. Sampi, pistol round, ready to go. They've got quite a bit of utility. They're going to contact in, but double dualies right here, and it should be perfect for exercise. 2 for the price of 1.
This is just going from crazy to even crazier. Molotov, I don't think you wanted to throw it there, Fino, but that's okay. Still going to get a bomb plant down, I hope. Sampi. They do manage to get that extra cash, so at least there's going to be a force buy into the next round if 3D Max go 9 for 9 out here into the round count. Finding 9 in a row. Oh, what is going on to that M9 Beretta? The dualies are on the side. Okay.
He's got
Savannah.
This is gangster style.
Finds one more. Fino manages to trade it on back. It's going to be lucky in the 1v2 with the USP, trying to find those headshots. Doesn't have defuse kit either, and he's going to go down. Pistol round goes the way of Sampi. 2v4. And there you have it. T-side manages to connect on their first round here. And it's going to be very important, right? Because it's the T-side of Anubis. You need that start to keep it going.
Yeah. It also, forces 3D Max backward. We've seen a lot of force playing on the CT side on the second round after a loss today. And it looks like 3D Max aren't so interested in that. I think a lot of teams do, though, in order to not just think that they're going to win that round, because it's a hard round to win, but, you get a much better opportunity to win that round. It's not just that, though. If you do lose, you get such a stronger buy into the third, as opposed to this, or rather into the fourth, as opposed to this third round buy, which you always have to make concessions with, even if you 5 USP.
Well, I mean, right now, if the 5 USPs manage to take down 2 guns, right? If they manage to find 2 frags, then still, it's just a tad bit better. It's okay. Like, they don't have to make that many concessions. But here they are, running on down through middle and giving away the MAC-10. At least 2 frags here onto the kill bonus, so an extra 1.2k. As Mangus is going to find his own 600 extra. It will be a MAC-10 pickup for Graviti. So that's 1 out of the 2 frags needed out here to look a tad bit better for that third round. And it could actually be pretty doable onto Mangus, as he's running on down out here from long. Surely will be checking in for Lucky, and it might just be a bait. Oh, no, he finds Graviti.
Yeah, this is a quick cleanup. Only 1 man down for Sampi. And as expected, these 2 teams so experienced on Anubis. Felt like it could only be close as we claw back to a close game once more. Sampi cut the distance by half. provide the first gun round opportunity. The Alive will keep a hold of this MAC-10. Everybody else for Sampi on rifles. Maka on that auto shotty.
There we go. Did they even see Mangus picking up the auto shotgun in the first half?
I don't know that they
I don't
did,
know.
but
But right now, oh, that's how it can work out perfectly for Maka. Finds the triple, look for the fourth, almost got it, but still, even if you nerf it down from 900 kill bonus, it's still gonna be bringing a lot of cash in the bank out here for Maka.
yeah, I mean, this is absurd that he's just getting a freebie. They're not expecting to see anything of that sort of weapon out mid. I don't know that it, I mean, he probably would have gotten it with the rifle as well, but Lucky's here, and Lucky will shut Mangus down. 3D Max, it's a similar sight to the first half where Sampi have it all up against pistols. But 3D Max, the guns come out. It's a whole different story. 4 players still strong after the fact for 3D Max. And a triple kill for Maka on the auto shotty.
XM. Yeah, it was headshots only too, very clean coming out here from Maka. But he's not going to go in for the glass cannon. Doesn't need to force out the AWP. Instead, we'll be going in for utility, for the full armor, and for the A1S, looking like a nice buy. As they're 9 and 6, 3D Max, they require only 4 more rounds to end off this best of 3 in their favor. Otherwise, Sampi, they need around about 7 more.
Not bad. 3D Max, though, for what they've got right now. Joko will be forced away with a Molotov. That's Sampi stamping a ticket to some serious E-box control. And they'll have a B-split set up. Zedko is getting out in here.
There it is,
only good for the...
Zedko.
Ooh, never mind. He's got 2. And they don't have anybody left in E-box. This is all the rest of Sampi stuck behind a smoke.
Half HP remaining onto Yoko. He can still definitely take these fights, just like Maka, who falls down to 3. Somehow gets dinged, but not killed there. And now, Fino and Savannah left in the 2v4. Gonna be real tough out here, but if Savannah can find Exercise to pick up the A1S, it's doable. Right now, that's not gonna be the case, however. Exercise, 1-for-1 trade, leaves Fino down to to low HP as well, down to 23. And to the A site we go.
Fino has so many attempts, so many clutch attempts, like unwinnable clutch attempts where he gets 2 or 3 kills. And it just feels like one of these has got to go his way because he's given it such a good shot in so many of these chances. This one's not one of them, though. And, I mean, it's weighing on him. You can see the frustration every time in his player cam. Fino, a guy that, I mean, based on what I've been seeing, it looks like he goes into these like unwinnable scenarios thinking he's got a chance to do it. And
Yeah.
And he's made it look plausible, but it's never actually converted.
I mean, his mechanics are good. They're very, very good. It's just that the positions he finds himself in are, as you mentioned, quite unwinnable, right? So it doesn't matter at the end of the day if you find that triple kill if they're only exit frags, right? If the round is still going to be going the way of 3D Max. But speaking of the round going the way of 3D Max, this is going to be a full eco coming out of Sampi and a big nade down towards long, which Lucky is going to be fully taking advantage of. That's the quadra. Looking in for the ace. Yoko, how dare you steal that away?
I mean, the quad's kind of lucky for Lucky because he's been hitting those all night.
Yeah, he has. He really, really has.
Another 4-man hold on the B site. I mean, it's a consistent factor. I'll say that. Sampi looking like they have just been snuffed out.
Well, they were expecting to have that round not go their way, right? It's 11-6 for a reason. They thought it out, hopefully. But now comes the attempt of you're not allowed to make a single mistake, otherwise the game's over.
Yeah. And once again, it's Lucky who's about to be dialed up. And Exercise is pulling some attention. They might not expect for Lucky to be here. That's a phenomenal Molotov. Lucky is about to go in. The flashbang and the full 30 bullets for Lucky in the A4. He's got plenty to work with, but uh-oh. Gravity is in a bit of a tough spot. It'll eventually go down. And I thought that Lucky had done enough, but he hasn't.
He hasn't. Fino on a triple kill again. He's finding these multi-frags to work it out for Sampi. 21 and 11. He's basically carrying the team right now. And Maka, oh, can he deny this? Can he find them all? At least gonna be good for one. You surely think that. And right now, he doesn't deny the bomb plant, but instead denies the alive to stay alive. Fino finds them all, though. That's the ace for Fino to keep Sampi in the game.
I told you, he's looking for it. He's been able to get so close, and this time it's not a big clutch, but it's a big round for Fino. This is where it all looked to go correctly, but Fino refrags valiantly and head on a swivel to close that round out, keeping Sampi in business. They could have had an up here. 3D Max elected away from it. In fairness, Maka has been incredible. Not even on the opt on these Anubis rounds.
18 and 9, Maka. And you have to remember, he's the IGL, right? I mean, he's not the one expected to be popping off here, but still he is.
Always impressive when you can do both at the same time.
And the fact that Lucky's this consistent still after 3 maps, where he's been the top fragger mostly, you gotta give it to him.
Absolutely do. Sampi, very default round, and love that 3D Max are gonna get active. Getting forward positions on the extremities is important on Anubis, and, well, getting information, but not a ton of info. They've just right out turtled up on the bomb sites for 3D Max.
Yeah, they are kind of playing it slowly here, but with 40 seconds, they're onto the CT side. They're allowed to be playing it slowly here. No need to go over aggressive. And now, because they've done that, Exercise somehow finds that frag onto Zetko, spams it on down, can connect. So now, 30 seconds, timer running away from you. It is going to be a peek down middle from Maka. Can he connect on anything? Yes, he can. Fino out of the fight. And this is going to be looking bad for Sampi. This could be 12 for 3D Max as they're heading on over to the B-bomb side. Sampi with only 2 men remaining out here. It is going to be Yoko finding 1. Graffiti on the trade back. Savannah tries to keep it alive out here for his team, but not for long enough. 12 on the board and match point secured. 3D Max need 1 more and it's over.
The second half on Anubis has been 3D Max, and 3D Max alone. The only time Sampi win the round is the gun round, that is with Fino on an ace. Outside of that, it was just the 2, the pistol, the follow-up. That's it. And now it's pistols again for the vast majority. Savannah, only man with a rifle in hand for Sampi. They go back to their default. Trying to send this over. Keep themselves alive. Maka ready to swing with this. There's a flashbang right behind him. Maka on the trade. And 1 for 1. Not ideal for 3D Max, but yeah, he's going to get rid of the AK. Great decision from Maka.
Yeah. Even while he's 21 and 9, he's still deciding to have those macro plays. And he's going to be throwing it again. There it is. Sampi on a pistol force buy, right? It's the best they could gather. It's the best they could muster up. But I still don't think it's going to be enough.
Yoko in a power position right now. They can come through this smoke, but he's got support in Graffiti. Here they go. Dealt with.
There it is.
On the run through. It's all but over. Zetko alone, and Yoko with another one. 2 for him, as him and Graffiti team up for 4. 3D Max will close, and a 2-1 sweep there at the end of map 3.
What an absolute series to be seen out here. 3D Max are going to be your winners as they deny Sampi.